Chat, how we doing tonight? Huge game tonight with Inter Miami versus the Philadelphia Union. Two teams that are, well, Inter Miami's coming off a very ugly loss to Nashville SC. And then you have Inter Miami's coming. You have a huge game for the Union, who have been pretty good, and Cavan Sullivan has been very good for the Philadelphia Union the last couple of sorry, I'm just getting everything set up here. He's been good the last couple since the World Cup ended. He's been very good for the Philadelphia Union, and he's starting to ascend, which is what we wanted to see for him as a prospect, to see some improvement with him. So that's what we're starting to see. We're going to see if he continues tonight with the Union and see if Inter Miami can bounce back. This is a big game. I would have done this game even if they weren't playing Inter Miami, but the fact that they're playing is a huge deal, and I think it's going to be an exciting match. And tonight, I think I fixed my stuff. So if you guys let me know if you can hear the volume of the game, I'd be greatly appreciated. But listen, welcome into another watch along by MLS Moves presented by FanDuel. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you guys hit the like button down below. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you are new, or if you haven't already. We are 650 subscribers away from 15,000. And I'm hoping we can hit that number by the end of this month. There's still a lot of things left on the agenda. We have the deadline day for the transfer window. A lot of big games. Leagues Cup will come back, which we'll cover, and some big games you guys aren't going to want to miss. So make sure you guys are subscribed if you haven't already, and hit that little bell notification so you never miss any of our videos. Griezmann versus Lewandowski was a very interesting one tonight, but I really want to see what Cavan Sullivan can do. I kind of want to see. I've watched some of him. I've watched a game or two of him post World Cup, but I want to watch him play dialed in full game, see what he can do against Inter Miami. Inter Miami, there's some fans flipping off Inter Miami right now. Very interesting. Okay, so there is a hint of volume. Okay, I don't know how to fix that. I don't know what's going on. We'll have to look into that a little bit more later and see if we can fix that. Let's see. Okay, I think I fixed it. I think this might help, actually. Let me know if that fixes it. Let's see. It's a little bit too loud. I think that should fix it, but we'll see. Okay, so Inter Miami, huge. This is a big game for them because they got the break speed off them against the Nashville SC, and now they're not going to be in first place in MLS or the Eastern Conference. They're now 5 points behind Nashville SC, and they're looking to have a bounce back against a red-hot Philadelphia Union, who has played a lot better since Kai Wagner came back for them. And this is going to be a test for them. This is not going to be an easy game. And I'm going to be very curious to see what they do. And Neil Pierre, this kid is very special. 18-year-old center back for the Philadelphia Union. 18 years old. 6'7", by the way. 6'7". He's an absolute monster for the Philadelphia Union, and I think his ceiling's insane. This guy could be like the Lucas Harrington for American soccer as far as his ascension and how much he can end up being sold for if he continues to progress like he has. He is a set piece giant, right? I mean, on headers and stuff. He's just so damn big. He's like a building. And so, well, not in stature, but in height, right? He's like a tall building. But I'm going to be curious to see what he can do. And the Union have the best academy in MLS, maybe outside of the New York Red Bulls. So I'm going to be very curious to see what they do tonight. So if you guys haven't already, let me know what you guys think the score prediction is going to be. I'm sorry that I'm late. Like I said, there was an issue with StreamYard. I don't know what happened, but there was I guess the traffic was too high. So that is my bad. But we're here. We're excited. This should be an interesting game. If Cavan shows up tonight with Messi on the pitch, he'll catch a lot of attention globally. That is true. I do think that's a good point. Let's see. Pesci to Ghost tonight. Sullivan having a great few games. Going to be exciting to see him passing to Holland in 4 years. We'll talk about his future in a little bit, like what I think he'll end up doing internationally. I don't know. We'll see. Hi, Will. Hi, chat. Mr. It's always a pleasure, my friend. Don't think Sullivan will make it to City. I think that's likely, more likely than not. Let's see. 3-0 Philly win. And Mr. 3-1 Philly. Holland is still there. Man City seems to be selling everyone right now. That's true. They are doing a rebuild. Very scary times if you're a City fan. let's just be clear. Sullivan and Young Pulisic had different styles of play. I don't really think they're comparable, honestly. I don't really think they're comparable. I don't disagree with you. I want to see some flair and creativity for Sullivan. A goal wouldn't hurt either. I want to see him start scoring some goals too. Didn't this match already start, or because I keep seeing stuff that's happened, so I don't know. It has not started yet. It has not started yet. The last time the Union played Inter Miami was May 24th. It was the last game of the MLS season before the World Cup break. So these teams have not played each other in almost 3 months. I'm going to go 3-2 Inter Miami, Messi double. Now, they definitely need to have a bounce back game tonight. Now, I'm curious to see Rocco's starting, right? Let's look at the starting lineup too. I know that they just showed on the TV, but I didn't get a glimpse of who was starting in goal for Inter Miami. I want to say that's probably Rocco again, which I think is a huge mistake. I think he's buns. Okay, so yeah, it looks like Rocco is going to start again tonight. Dane St. Clair's getting a start. Wow. Dane St. Clair finally getting the job back for Inter Miami. That's very interesting. Very interesting to see what Dane St. Clair can do in goal, because Rocco Rios Novo has not done anything to keep the job. He's been very, very subpar, and I think he's been pretty bad in the game in the last couple games. I think he's been pretty bad. So let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do in this match tonight. Let's see. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. I'm texting a friend real quick. All right, let's see. Okay, sorry, I'll read some more comments here. Crazy how much this matchup is what MLS is all about in terms of parity. 2 seed versus 13, and most people are picking Philly. Yeah, I guess so. That is an interesting point. We'll see what happens in the game. I'd be shocked a little bit if Inter Miami don't play a lot better than they did against Nashville, because they've been so bad. So bad. Like really bad against Nashville SC. Let's see. This game will go how RDP, Casemiro go. Both have been poor compared to expectations. That's true. So St. Clair is back. Absolute unit. You're talking about when I was talking about Neil Pierre. Lujan, Falcone, and Reguilon makes me nervous. RDP not starting. What is this line? Oh, yes, I didn't even notice that. Segovia and Bright. I mean, to be fair, RDP has been very, very well. First of all, he's suspended. He got a red card suspension. I think it maybe it was a yellow card accumulation, but he's suspended for this game. Sideshow Max playing for Miami. What could go wrong? Hey, Will and chat 2-2. So you think it's going to be a Desmond? Captain Falcon says hi. Let's see. Give me freedom. I'll see here. I retire. Rocco's been terrible. He has been. He's been shit. That back line looking super rough. Really like Mikael and Caicedo together. I do too. Tonight is about to be crazy. So many good matchups. Miami for the win. Yeah, no, I agree. This is going to be a very, very good game. This is going to be a very, very good game. I'm very curious to see what happens. Now, there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of teams that are a lot of players that are have been interchanged in the lineups. The back line, more specifically for Inter Miami, and goalkeeper Dane St. Clair. They got Ian Frey playing right back, which is probably his best position. Thank God that Facundo Mora is not starting. Okay, what are you guys looking forward to most in this game? Like, what are you most excited to see? Are you most excited to see Cavan Sullivan? Because I feel like he's kind of the star of the show right now. This is a good development this is a very good development for if you're a national team fan, if you're a USMNT fan. This is a very, very good development. And I haven't given my score prediction yet. I think that I think Inter Miami's going to win this game 2-1. That's my prediction. I think they're going to win 2-1. I think that's going to be a really good game. And I'd still like the Union have been playing better, but I still think they have some major deficiencies as a team. They do. And there was the reports yesterday about Mark McKenzie being purchased by the Philadelphia Union. Mark McKenzie has been bought by the Philadelphia Union, and we'll see what he does for them. Now, he's not going to be a part of the team until 2027, and we'll see what happens with the league rules when he comes over. Like, is he going to be a DP? Is he not? There's people arguing, debating that, if that's going to happen or not. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But guys, if you're just joining us, make sure you hit the like button down below. Help us out. Hit the like button. Let's try to get to 50 likes before halftime. We're at 25 already, which is great. What a great pre-show. It's about to kick off here in about a minute, by the way. The game is going to kick off here in about a minute. But make sure you guys hit the like button. Let's get to 50 likes before the end of the first half. Definitely Sullivan for me. MLS is going to show you need an open system to produce talent. Cavan Sullivan, the GOAT. I'm most excited to see Dane St. Clair, goalkeeper of the year, benched for the World Cup, benched after the World Cup. This is a turnaround game, or he's not the guy game. That's true. 3-1 Messi Suarez is who you think is going. Alan says he's going to score in this game. That's very interesting. We'll see if that's what happens. We'll see if that's what happens. We'll see. I think it's going to be 2-1 Inter Miami. That's my prediction. But I listen, we'll see what happens. I'm just hoping for a good game, guys. I'm really just hoping for a good game. We're about to kick off. We've officially kicked off Inter Miami versus the Philadelphia Union. Let's see. Andre Blake is the GOAT of goalkeepers. And I know I asked you guys this earlier, but let me know if you hear the sound from my game. I think I've got it fixed. Griezmann Lewandowski is better than watch along with than Pesci, whine and cry all game. Well, I just really want to watch. I really want to watch Cavan Sullivan. I want to see what he can do in this match. He's starting to ascend, which is good news. Look, maybe we were a little too harsh on him. He was 15 years old last year. I mean, think about that for a second. He was 15 years old. Maybe I was a little too harsh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think Pete's going to join us. All right, Pete's going to join us here. Let's see.
If Miami dominates the game with possession and forces Philadelphia,
I'm going to send Pete a link to the
chaotic, high energy style, that Miami's going to find a way to win their 9th game on the road. I think whichever the game goes,
sent on X. Yeah, so Pete from 11 Yanks is going to join us on the watch along.
Playing with a ton of confidence, the long throw in dealt with by Miami. Harriel knocks it down. Damiani to Cavan Sullivan in really good form now. The 16-year-old who gets it.
Yep, he was going to do a stream too. I told him he should just join us. So he said he's gonna join us here in a little bit. So we'll be looking out for Pete. I'm excited to see what Pete thinks about Sullivan and stuff and Neil Pierre.
That left hand just bring it long, just right on the side of the face. But
You can't hear my TV. All right, I'm just going to mute it since Pete will be here anyways. I'm just going to mute this. I don't know what's going on with it, but it is what it is. I'm sorry you guys got to hear 12 in the background. Sorry you guys got to hear 12 men.
Found different ways to get back their season, to get back into the conversation. Is it?
All right, Pete's joined us here. Let's bring him on. Pete, how's it going, my friend?
Hey, how's it going, man? I didn't even know you were doing a stream.
Yeah. I think I decided to do it like last night just because I was looking at some of the matchups and stuff, and I just thought it'd be interesting to see. I wasn't even really interested in watching Miami. I just want to see Cavan Sullivan, man, because he's kind of been
Same.
The buzz.
Well, Cavan, and I want to see Neil Pierre too.
Neil Pierre's ascending too, man. So I was telling the chat a little bit about our conversation. You and I did a video, I don't know, like 4 months ago or something like that, where we did like a draft of young USMNT prospects in MLS. And I remember us talking about Cavan Sullivan, and you and I both, I think, were in agreement. We were a little down on him. Like, not that he wasn't, couldn't be good, but we just hadn't been impressed with what we'd seen. But man, I think he's really looked pretty damn good after the World Cup.
Definitely, it feels like there's been a lot of improvement for sure in terms of his decision making, his being goal dangerous, dictating a game, right? Just being that guy for Philly. And so that's super good to see. And then at the same time, they bring Neil Pierre back, and now this is like must-watch TV if you like USMNT prospects.
Okay, quick question on the spot for you. Who do you think has the better academy right now, the Union or the Red Bulls?
Union.
Is it close?
It's close, but I just think the Union. I mean, the Red Bulls have brought through so far Julian Hall and Adri Memeti, right?
Yeah.
But Union's been doing this more consistently for a while. Like Red Bulls, Adams was their last real prospect that came through before this current crop. Whereas, look, even the guys in the current setup, the current USMNT setup, came from the Union. Austin Trusty, Mark McKenzie, Brendan Aronson. That's 3 right there. Now, sure, they're not amazing world-class players, but, there's stuff that the Union has brought through. And then now you add Cavan Sullivan, Neil Pierre, and potentially Frankie Westfield. Let's see, maybe Andrew Rick next season becomes the starter for them. So I'd say Union has the edge, but definitely those are the top two.
Well, I want to talk about Neil Pierre a little bit here in a second, because I think he is also a guy just ascending like crazy, especially after the World Cup. But if we're talking about Cavan, because he's like the most, I would say, polarizing prospect we've had in a while, right? I mean, people, have a lot of opinions about him. But do you think maybe, like in retrospect, maybe we were, because I do think he should have looked better than what people were getting him credit for at the time. But do you think maybe we were just a little too harsh on him because he was 15 years old at the time?
No, I mean, he was 16 at the time when we talked about this. This was a few months ago.
Yeah.
But like, I think it wasn't so much that we were harsh on him. We were just like, well, you have to the problem was the amount of hype that Cavan has been getting. And even the hype now, for some people, it's a little over the top, right? Some people are calling him our Messi. That's insane to me, that maybe the greatest player, that we're trying to compare him to the greatest player of all time when he's a Philadelphia Union teenager. Look, he's a promising young player. Tim Howard is saying he should play every USMNT game between now and 2030. Like, even supposedly cooler heads like ex-national team players are getting a little bit too carried away. And I've seen so many times the downside of overhyping prospects. So I wanted us to just keep that in mind. It's fine to be excited about Cavan, but some of the hype, some people are saying he's better than Christian Pulisic was at his age, and forget that Christian Pulisic was killing it for Dortmund at 17 years old, which Cavan turns 17 next week. And that's a far cry from the Philadelphia Union. So there's just a lot of hyperbole. I think people are overhyping him, to be honest. And I just don't think that's a good thing ever, right? To ever overhype a teenager.
No, I agree. And I feel like that's kind of like we created a monster with our current generation. We kind of put them on this pedestal where they honestly thought they could do no wrong. And I don't want to do that with Cavan. I don't want to ruin him, man, like we did Pulisic and stuff. I think that what we put them on and how we talked about them is part of why they turned out the way they did. And so I'm just hoping we can just kind of let him earn it and just, develop naturally and to see what happens. Like, I don't want to put any expectations on what he can be. I just want to observe and see what happens.
Yeah, and it's fine to be excited, right? We have, not just Cavan. There's a whole young crop of guys coming through, that it's cool to be excited about. And especially after this generation has kind of disappointed us, it's normal and actually a good thing to keep that excitement going. But at the same time, keep in mind exactly what you said. We probably overhyped the last generation, but before they had really accomplished anything, right? They won a Gold Cup and a Nations League, and we were like, this is the golden generation. I think we have to be more careful with this next generation. I think they have to earn the hype more, I think they will, because they're coming into a generation where there's already a full team ahead of them, right? This generation that we have right now, there was nobody standing in their way. We had to move on from that failed World Cup generation from 2017 from Cuba. So they didn't have to earn it. They were just brought into the team at, 17, 18 years old because there was literally nobody else. Whereas this generation's going to have to earn it a little bit more. And I think that's a good thing. I think it's a sign of progress. And since you're an MLS channel, I think it's a sign that MLS is doing better with youth development. And I've been talking about this,
That's exactly what I was about to just ask you, is that, some people will say you and Tack are haters, but that's so far from the truth, man. You just want the league to be better and you hold it to a standard like most people should. Would you say, I mean, you kind of just talked about this, but, and I'm assuming this is your point, but this is probably the best crop we've seen of young American talent in MLS that I can remember, maybe probably ever. Why do you think that that's just now starting to happen?
I think learning to develop talent takes time. I think taking it seriously is not everybody. Everyone is still not taking it seriously. It's about 8 to 10 teams that are trying here. And I think they didn't put enough of an emphasis on it, number one. And I think number two, it takes time to get better at developing talent. It has to start when they're very young. I think if you look at 2007 was when MLS started taking, trying to do youth development properly. And it took them almost 20 years to figure out how to do it at all.
No, I agree. And this is a positive development, especially because a lot of people, they say that they're worried if young players are going to get a chance to play, but we've seen a lot of young players play, and the league is definitely better than it was, 10 years ago. So that's a good that's a good breakthrough that players are starting to play in a league that most people presume is better in MLS than it was, several years ago. So another thing too, so I'm kind of keeping an eye on Cavan Sullivan too, not just like his playmaking, but his dribbling, his creativity. But when is has he scored this year for the Union?
Yeah.
Did
He scored in the League's Cup. He scored
Leagues
against
Cup, that's right.
Orlando in MLS. And then he
Okay.
scored a goal in League's Cup as well.
That was a beautiful pass from Messi, cross from Reguilon, cleared up in the air, punched away by Andre Blake. I think it's going to be a foul. It's going to be a goal kick for the Union. Yeah, I'm wanting to see, and I think that's one thing we talked about before too, is I'm kind of wanting to see that impact like Gilberto Moura has done in Liga MX, where he might not be, doing it every single game, but there's those times where you're just like, wow, that guy is just like insanely special. And then eventually when he gets older, he can string it along and do it more consistently.
Yeah, I mean he's not even 17 yet, right? So we gotta
Exactly.
See how he continues to develop. I'm excited for when he goes to Man City, and I want to know like what is their plan, because I don't think he's gonna be ready to play for Man City in a year. But maybe they loan him out to Girona, right, or something like that. Probably depending on how he does for Philly the next year or so.
Yeah, and now Neil Pierre, he's a freaking monster, right? He's like what 6'6", 6'7", absolute monster.
Apparently.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what he can kind of develop into. Now, I don't know. I'm sure you saw that the news about Lucas Harrington for Australia. The Rapids bought him for $900K. He ascended like crazy. He only played nice goal right there. Oh, who was it that scored?
Oh, Eloski?
Yep.
No, Vasilev. Indiana Vasilev.
Vasilev. Beautiful goal. Okay, Union's up 1-0 over Inter Miami.
I just like watching Inter Miami lose also.
Well, you must have loved the last game then.
Oh, I did. Plus it was
down.
BJ, right? It was our boy BJ.
Yes. Yeah, he put on a clinic. I mean, that was pretty bad. I mean, 4-1 is brutal. And I think this Miami team might end up being broken. I don't know. This is another thing too, Pete, to talk about Miami is, yes, it's cool with all the players they have, but there's a lot of old guys in this team, and you can see all this young talent. Sometimes the legs, the age kind of gets exposed when you play this young, explosive type of team.
Yeah. Oh, it's Frankie Westfield with the assist.
That was a beautiful ball, by the way. That was a
great
ball.
Cross. Well done, Frankie Westfield. 20-year-old.
Beautiful finish too.
Yeah, good finish by Indiana Vasilev. Terrible keeping from this Rocco Rios Novo guy.
That's actually Dane St. Clair.
Oh, that's Dane St. Clair this time.
Yeah. Yes, Rocco got benched because he'd been playing so bad. They're giving
He's been so ass. Can you imagine we get him in September? Oh my God.
There's only one goalkeeper that I really want to call up in MLS personally, and that's probably Schwakey from Nashville.
Yeah.
That's probably the only guy. Chris Brady's okay too.
Well, him and Brady,
yeah. But that's pretty much it. I don't want to see any other MLS goalkeeper on the national team.
The problem is, though, who else? Go to Europe. There's nobody. There's nobody in Europe. Jonathan Klinsmann. That's it.
Yeah. Is he still recovering from that neck injury?
I think so. I think he is. There's
Yeah,
nobody in Europe. That's the problem. It's like, unless you go get Brandon. I mean, Brandon Nazawa would be like huge.
Yeah.
You've got a guy spamming in your chat, chicken drumsticks. You might want to ban him.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get him out of here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. No, but yeah, that's someone I would like to see. Schwakey's been very good. He's been honestly one of the biggest reasons why BJ and Nashville have been so good in 2026. They've only conceded I want to say in 2026, Pete, through 20 games, they've only conceded 15 goals, Nashville.
Let me see here. Yeah, you're right. 15 goals conceded, 44 points. They're 6 points ahead of, they're 5 points ahead of Inter Miami before these games.
Yeah.
And 9 points ahead of Chicago. So yeah,
they're good, man. I think
they're probably going to win Supporters Shield, right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, right now they're on pace to which there's still a lot of season left, right? But they're on pace to break the MLS points record that's held by Miami. It's 74 points, and they've got 15 games in hand, and they're 44, 43 points. So they got a lot of good chance there.
Oh, Cavan almost scored.
Dude, I tell you what, man, this Miami defense is going to, I mean, it's always been their Achilles heel. Oh, that was a decent pass, but a little too much on it from Reguilon. But I I just think that Miami's defense is going to be their undoing. That's another thing too. I want to see what this Philadelphia Union attack can do to this Miami. This Miami defense is bad, man, and it's normally bad, but it's really bad. At least it has been recently.
How do you feel about Inter Miami, right? As somebody who covers MLS, what's your take on this team?
Very, very novelty-esque. Like, they're cool, they're fun to watch, but they're very vulnerable, and it just feels like it's not sustainable. Another pass, good pass. God, this marking is terrible. What is Ian Frey doing? But no, I do think they can be good, but they're just very inconsistent. And it's so funny. I actually had a former coach message me about this. I won't say who it is, but he told me that he thinks they're bad for the league.
See, I kind of agree.
Yeah.
I think they've milked everything they can out of Messi already. He's not a novelty anymore. I just don't think it's going to necessarily help the league. I think there's many more things they can do to actually grow the league than trying to, basically suck everything out of Messi and just sort of use him as the face of the league.
No, I agree with that too. And also too, it's my big thing with Miami is, what are they leaving when he leaves? Like, what is he leaving behind? What is he going to? Exactly. That's the issue. Oh, oof. It just feels like they're just, when he leaves, if they don't do something else besides him, he's just going to be, it's going to be like what it was before he came here. You know what I mean? So that's my biggest concern with them. And some people think they break the rules too. Casemiro on this team, he's not even a DP, Pete. I don't know if you knew that. So some people think that that's kind of like a little bit suspect that he's not. So I think it's kind of sad if they're not better under these circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they underperform, it looks worse because of this. Yeah,
I like that they're trying to push, right? Even if there's some, maybe underhanded, back deal sort of deals for players, they're trying to push the quality of the league forward. So in that sense, I can appreciate Miami, the club. What I don't like is that the league is just trying to point to Miami as like, oh, this, we've got Messi, come watch the league. And it's like, that's not going to grow the league, because the casuals will leave. The people who only came for Messi, they're not going to stick around when Messi's gone. They need to change the roster rules and increase the spending and find a way to create more stakes.
No, I definitely agree with that. Let me ask you this real quick, because we're getting a couple complaints saying we're not talking about the game enough, but it doesn't really bother me. But okay, so we're 17 minutes in. Like, what are you thinking so far? Is it what would you? I mean, I'm assuming you think Miami also, or the Union, have an advantage. But what's your takeaway 17 minutes into this game?
I mean, Philly are the better team. Who's looked really good is Neil Pierre.
Yeah,
Neil Pierre has been like lockdown good. Cavan Sullivan's been fine to good. Wasn't he the one who sprung Frankie Westfield for that assist too?
He was.
Maybe trying a little too hard at times to take players on, but I like it. He's not scared of the moment.
No, I agree with that. I feel like Miami they come into these games and they look very lethargic. They just look very, I don't know. They just don't look like they're ready for they don't look like they're ready for the moment, and they haven't really done anything in the final third or had any really good chances in the first 17, 18 minutes of this game. And the way that it's going right now, especially because, like I talked about with Miami's age, it feels like at any moment that Philly could just absolutely beat the brakes off them, score another 2-3 goals in this game. And, like I think you might have mentioned this before, but a lot of people in the chat expected the Union to beat them.
I think that was, the Union are bottom of the table, right? Or near the bottom at least. I know they've been doing better recently, but they're still pretty far down there. Let me look at the table here. So the Union are
like 11th, I think, or 12th.
Well, they're 10th now. So they've been, if this result holds, they will be 10th, right?
Yeah.
With 22 points. They had 19 points. So that means they were 14th out of 15 before this game. And Miami are second. But, could happen if Chicago keeps winning, New England keeps winning, Cincinnati. I mean, I just want Philly to make the playoffs, because I think that's where you'll really see they'll be tested in the playoffs more. Guys like Neil Pierre, Cavan Sullivan. It'll be good for their development also. And frankly, from a USMNT perspective, the teams that are doing the most for the league are Philly and New York Red Bulls. right? Like as one of the USMNT guys who pretty much just watches MLS for the prospects, those are the two teams I watch the most, Philly and Red Bulls.
Yeah, I think as many games, excuse me, I think as many games they can play is good for the development of these guys. So yeah, I think there's a chance they will make the playoffs because they're just playing. Oh, that was a beautiful pass. Was he offside though? I think he might have been offside.
That was a great pass, but also you didn't see. Ooh, save. Before that was Neil Pierre coming under pressure and then beating Suarez and making that pass into midfield that sprung that pass.
Pete, I think this is going to get ugly, man. I don't know. It looks like Miami's treading water right now. And the attack, they look like they have they look like they don't have any answer for the Philadelphia Union's attack. That looked like that was offside, by the way. You'll see this here in a second. I think you're
that was definitely offside, but the pass from Neil Pierre to Iloski, who sprung Vasilev there, was very good.
No, that's what
I really wanted to see today was how does Neil Pierre look against, Messi?
Big BJ will win the Supporters Shield. Yeah, he probably will. And another thing too that I'm curious about Messi is that that was a beautiful pass from Luis Suarez. Beautiful pass.
Oh my God, 1-1.
1-1. We got a game, guys.
Daniel Pinter.
Pinter, yeah. That was a beautiful pass from Messi to Suarez to Pinter.
Okay. 1-1. Let me see that goal again. Kai Wagner. Where was Kai Wagner?
Let's see if he was marking Messi. I gave Messi. No, I guess he didn't. No.
So here, Messi makes the pass.
Was that
nobody picks up Pinter? I think Neil Pierre could have done better there.
I think he ran into Andre Blake. Yeah, he almost kicked him in the head. Yeah, he fell into Andre Blake. That was bad. That's an 18-year-old mistake right there.
Yeah, but if you watch the play before, he wasn't marking Pinter. He wasn't marking Pinter. He was marking the other guy, Suarez. And then Pinter makes the run, and so then he tried to chase him down. But that's fine. I mean, good for Daniel Pinter. He's another, by the way, a 19-year-old prospect as well, American.
Yeah, someone says Pinter Yank is he a USMNT quality? I don't think so. Him. No. I think
really.
He's in the MLS for life. I don't think he's going to be in the fold for the USMNT.
It's like one of those things where it's like, sure, I always like to see young American teenagers getting chances, but when you watch him play, nothing about him is like, oh, this guy's going to be a USMNT player, the way you see it with Pierre and Cavan.
No, and that's fine. I mean, that doesn't mean he's a bad pro. Some people are saying we're being cranks or whatever, but no. I mean, listen, there's only so many spots. It's not like every American can play on the national team.
Yeah. No, there was this guy like for LASK in Austria that's like scored a few goals, and he's 27. He's in his prime. And the CBS Galazzo guys were like, should we call him up? And I was like, really? We're still doing this? We literally have two very good strikers already in Balogun and Pepe. And then we have at least two, if not 3 or 4 young American strikers coming through the pipeline that, are actually good and are actually playing at a higher level than the Austrian league already, whether that's Julian Hall, Justin Ellis, maybe Chase Adams, who's starting for Columbus Crew again today. So credit to him. He scored that goal on Tim Ream. And then also potentially Jakubovic. So why are we trying to go call up a guy whose peak is the Austrian league?
Exactly. No, I agree. But this is a good thing though, that, I mean, obviously I don't understand what the CBS Colossal guys are doing, but this is a good thing. We have options though. There's not like anything by default now. Like we have so many options that maybe a good player is going to be left out. Yeah. Or not get the chance. That's a good thing, Pete. That's like, I feel like when you really start to make it, when you just have so many that someone good gets left out. So I feel like this is exciting. I do think we're going to see, what's so funny? Real quick, I want to tell you this. I was talking to Adam the other night. Oh, that was almost a bad giveaway by Segovia, but it gets to Messi. I was talking to Adam the other night, Stan USMNT. Messi plays it out to Frey. Can he get to it? He can't. It's going to be a goal kick for the Union. He was saying that, his favorite prospect in MLS, young player, right now is probably Mehmeti. He's very high on
mine
him.
Too.
Yeah, I think Mehmeti is going to end up probably being I think he'll be better than any midfielder we have right now. I think that that's his trajectory.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know what's one thing I do like about him though, Pete, is I feel like if you look at our midfield right now of like Adams and McKinney, any of these guys, right? The one thing that's different about Adams is that he did come through MLS and go before he went to Leipzig, right? And I feel like that maybe did. I feel like he's definitely the most humble of our players, like the golden generation, and I think that's maybe because he did go through MLS first. And I'm hoping that maybe because Mehmeti did play in MLS, that's where it start. He will have that chip on his shoulder where he's always trying to prove himself. Whereas it feels like McKinney sometimes or Pulisic didn't have that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think that's Adam's personality, to be honest. He's a brawler, right? I mean, look, he's the guy who wanted to play in Copa America, even though they said he needed surgery, and he went and played in Copa America anyway. So credit to him. He's not the most technical of midfielders, but you need that brawler, right? You do. And I think one of the mistakes we made in this World Cup was not having a really good partner for Adams defensively. Like, I know Malik Tillman played there, but I think he could have used more help. I know Johnny was injured. Oh, free kick?
Messi?
No?
Of course.
Rest
Goal Messi.
Crazy.
This game has completely flipped on its head. Like literally 10 minutes ago, you and I were talking about how the Union were dominating.
Yeah.
I thought they were probably going to run away with this. Now, 10 minutes later, Miami's up 2-1.
Yeah. 2-1. Crazy. I mean, that's Messi for you, right? One of the greatest players of all time. By the way, Peyton Miller just got an assist for New England.
Oh, did he? I'm big on Peyton Miller. I actually like him. I mean, I like him a lot. Now, I think maybe it was, I don't remember who it was. Someone I talked to wasn't too high on him, like long term. I don't know if it was Derek or Tack. I can't remember.
I'm not as high on him as like, I think this guy's going to be elite.
No.
But I think considering our lack of left back depth options, right? After Anthony Robinson, it's like, where do you go next? So our options right now, if you look at MLS, the top three are Peyton Miller, Luca Bombino, and Matthew Dos Santos. So those are kind of the three. But it's like, I don't think any of them is a super high ceiling. But can they be better than Max Arfson? That's already an improvement if they are,
No, I agree with that. And I think Peyton Miller is definitely good enough to be a starter for the national team one day. I just don't know, like you're saying, I don't know of how good he could be, but I do think he could be very serviceable and like not a liability for the team.
I just don't see his technical ability ever being elite. From what I see of his profile, the way he plays, I think he could be better than Max Arfson, but I don't know if he's ever going to be A-Rob, right? That's the question.
No, I don't think so. I don't really know if we have any fullbacks that are really going to be like that in the near future. Not that I've seen. Oh, Cavan Sullivan.
I mean, I'm curious to see what Landon Emanalo looks like. Oh, nice work by Cavan there. Oh, that's a foul. That was good work to win a free kick by Cavan.
Real quick, too, about Cavan. Derek had said this. I don't know if you caught this or even if you pay attention enough to notice, but does he look like he's gotten maybe bigger? Like, does he look a little taller to you? Because Derek thinks he's grown like 2 inches, and that's why he's maybe doing better because he's a little bit bigger now. He's not getting dominated as much.
It's possible. I mean, he's 16, right? So he's still growing all the time. I'm sure he's grown in the last 6 months. But I think it's probably more just experience and consistency, right? Getting more. Under Bradley Carnell, they weren't using him at all or hardly enough. And they were bringing him off the bench, and then they wanted him to just be a pressing machine. And it feels like, with the new coach, they trust him a little bit more. And, they've given him time to develop and they've given him time to make mistakes. And then as you get goals and assists, your confidence goes up and that's super exciting.
They're letting him play free for sure. And I think that's good for him. We got a $5 super chat from Adam. He says, "Hey, MLS Moves and Pete, I know you guys talk about Sullivan, Pierre, and the like. But what do you guys think of Daniel Pinter? Can he be a USMNT type?" I mean, we kind of talked about that already. We don't think he's really in the cards for the USMNT, or at least he shouldn't. Maybe he's a Camp Cupcake call up, maybe once or a couple times, but he's never going to be a 26-man guy.
If you look at also his position, he plays as a winger, right? So who's the competition for winger? You've got Pulisic and Dest, you've got Mathis Albert, you've got Xavier Gozo, you've got Tim Weah who can play there. It's not really a lot, you know what I mean? It's like it's hard to see him breaking into that kind of a role. He just doesn't. At 19 years old, honestly, if you should already be kind of dominating MLS at 18, 19 years old. The way Peyton Miller is doing for New England, the way Cavan is doing for Philly, right? If you're dominating MLS as a teenager, to me, that screams USMNT potential.
No, I agree with that. Yeah. And, even if you are dominating some guys, I'm not trying to hate on him, but even though Julian Hall has overall had a good season in MLS, I still don't even think he's really going to be the guy going forward. I still think I don't think he has a high ceiling is what I'm trying to say, Julian Hall.
No, I think he's a poacher. He's much more of a poacher. His combination play, his technical play, that leaves a fair bit to be desired. And so, I just think also look at the competition. I think Justin Ellis is a more complete player. And really what's happening, they're all fighting to be the third striker because we have Balogun and Pepe. They're not beating Balogun or Pepe anytime soon. So it's like you're all him, Hall, Hall, Ellis, Chase Adams, and maybe Jakupovic are all fighting to be that third striker on the roster.
Exactly. And that's like the competition thing. There's just so many guys, which is a good thing to happen. Some guys are going to get left off. Juan says Cavan is dominating. I mean, I wouldn't say he's dominating, but he's looked pretty. He showed some flashes, I'd say, in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah, he's looked dangerous at times.
I mean, I think Philadelphia, I know that that Miami, here he is, the ball right now, Sullivan cuts right, shoots it. Oh, deflected. It's like it's going to go out of bounds for a corner. Even though Miami's up 2-1, I feel like it's like the score line's a little bit deceiving because I feel like overall the Union have looked better in this game, especially in the final third. The Miami's just made better use of their chances.
Yes, for sure.
Chris Brady just did a karate kick outside the box. I'll have to
Did
check.
he get the ball at least?
Yeah, did he get the ball? Keyshawn, let us know if he got the ball. Julian Hall is one of my personal favorite prospects. He is more than a poacher. I just don't see it, man. I think he's limited. I don't think he's anything physically special. I don't think he's like super fast or anything. I think he could be a solid player, and maybe he gets a move over to like the Eredivisie or something like that. But I just don't see him ever playing in a meaningful. I don't even think he's going to play in a top five league personally. I just don't see that for him. Julian Hall.
I think his ceiling is Ricardo Pepi, and I think that's his ceiling.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, and we haven't even seen Pepe play in a top 5 league yet.
No, we have not.
So, no, I think that's fair. I mean, I think that Julian Hall could be effective in like the Eredivisie, but we'll see. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know. That's just what I see. What do you say? Wow, what happened? Sometimes these guys are ahead of us. All right, corner. Oh, that was a good save. That was close. I didn't see who got the head on. I don't think that was Neil Pierre. I couldn't tell who that was.
That was. There's also straight to the side of the goal where the goalie and the defender were. He should have just headed that across goal.
I think that we could be in store for a crazy game, Pete. The last time these two teams played, do you know what the score was the last time these two teams played 3 months ago?
No.
6-4 Miami. There was 10 goals.
Wow.
It was the last game before the World Cup break. Messi plays it out to Pinter. He can't get to it out of bounds. Could be a goal kick for the Union. I mean, that's entertaining. Obviously 10 goals is crazy, but at the same time, you kind of like, damn, how was 10 goals scored in a game? Like, what the hell was the defense doing? It's almost like not a good thing.
Yeah, it's MLS defending is not good. That's part of the problem, right? They don't spend money on defenders. All they spend money on is attackers. So then you end up having very low level defending against better attackers. And I think they like it that way. I think they want it that way. They want more goals scored because they think casual fans are more excited by goals. And I actually think that is true, but you need to stop trying to appeal to the casuals, right? You want to appeal to football fans, soccer fans. I like a lot of Neil Pierre's work on the ball, his first touch into space. I like that he takes space with the ball. A lot of defenders, if you watch Miles Robinson, even in MLS, he'll pass out of the back, but he doesn't take space with the ball at his feet. Neil Pierre does that almost instinctively.
No, and I think that shows just like kind of like the different level of I guess the future defenders of MLS. Like, Miles Robinson came to the league he went to college, obviously, but I think he came to the league almost 10 years ago. So that's a good development that I think that players are playing more instinctually and they have a higher IQ with the ball, right? Hopefully that's a trend we continue to see in MLS because it's obviously going to make the league better. MLS defending is lacking, right? There's, like you said a minute ago, it's not very good. But I did mention a minute ago too about Lucas Harrington from Australia. I mean, I cannot believe that they bought this guy, the Rapids, 6 months ago for $900K. Pete, he played for Australia at the World Cup, and they end up flipping him for $20 million.
Yeah, no, I mean, Hull City clearly sees something in him, and Australia saw something in him too. He's very raw as a center back. But yeah, I mean, that's a huge deal for Colorado. And then Gozo going for what, 15 million to Palace. That's a huge deal for Real Salt Lake. And what I'm hoping is that it incentivizes other teams to focus on young players and youth development, because look what you can make selling off a Xavier Gozo, right? Who's going to be next? Probably Peyton Miller, I think, is going to be the next prospect to go,
Sullivan, shoots it low right into Dane St. Clair's hands. Yeah, I'm hoping Mehmeti I really hope Mehmeti gets sold. I think I don't remember.
I think he's going to go to Leipzig.
I hope he does. I hope he goes immediately to top 5. I mean, we both think he is of the quality to play in a top 5 league and develop there. So I hope that's where he goes. I hope he doesn't take a move to the Portuguese league or the Eredivisie. I hope he goes to one of the top 5 leagues as soon as he leaves.
I mean, he's in the Red Bull system, so I'm pretty sure they're going to either send him to Salzburg or they're going to send him to Leipzig. It's possible that he goes this January to Leipzig, and then they loan him out to Salzburg for 6 months, right? Yeah. But to be honest, Salzburg, is that, unless they're in the Champions League or Europa League, it's is that really a better level than MLS? I don't think so. The Austrian league is not. Now, if he's getting Europa League minutes, that's one thing. But I think he could be ready by the end of the season for Leipzig. I do.
So Black Dresses ask, he says, what are good starter leagues for our MLS guys to go to? Because I know you guys are a little nervous when they go straight to the Premier League.
Yeah, so I think it depends. I mean, what do you think, Will? Depends on the player too, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good pass from Segovia, but nothing of it. I mean, it really just depends on the profile of the player. I mean, we have like Mehmeti, for example. Like I said, I don't think he needs to be going to the Eredivisie. I think the Bundesliga is a perfect league for him to develop in. I mean, we've had a lot of good luck out of players in the Bundesliga. I'm honestly not a big fan of our players going straight to the Premier League. I don't think we've had a lot of good luck with that. I am a little nervous about Gozo. I'm not saying you can't do good at Crystal Palace, but I'm going to be curious to see. Oh, fires from deep. Goes over the post. Going to be a goal kick for Miami. I think that the Premier League maybe is interesting for him. I like the Bundesliga. I think we've had a lot of success in the Bundesliga, and we've had some guys in. I think we've had some guys in Serie A that's been pretty decent.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to run to the restroom. I have some thoughts. I'll say them when I get back.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no problem. Okay. No problem. We got 200 of you guys with us live right now. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit the like button. We're at 55 likes, and we're trying to get to 100 by the end of the stream. So, guys, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, hit the subscribe button. We are 640 subscribers away from 15K. We're trying to hit that number by the end of this month. So, make sure you guys are a subscriber. If you haven't already, a lot of content coming the way. By the way, I'll give you an exclusive here, right? Friday, I will be recording an episode with Fiago. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. Covers the Bundesliga, and obviously he's pretty big channel. And he's been recently doing some MLS stuff. And I'm going to have him on Friday. And we're going to do a video talking about MLS's what people's perception is of MLS overseas. I think that's going to be a really cool video to do. So that's probably going to come out on Sunday. I'm going to try to. So there's a lot of good content in the way that you guys don't want to miss. So make sure you guys are subscribed and that you hit the little bell notification so you guys don't miss any of our videos. Two German YouTubers, exactly. Cavan Sullivan's playing pretty well so far. He showed some spark. I mean, he's not doing anything like super crazy, but he's definitely shown some flashes in the first 40 minutes of this game. Kind of like about the same as what he's been doing recently. Yeah, Pete's here. Yeah, Pete joined us for the watch along because we're watching Neil Pierre and Cavan Sullivan and I guess Pinter to a certain degree. Not gonna lie, Cavan needs better teammates. I mean, this team is not great. The Union, they were pretty ass, honestly, prior to getting Kai Wagner back, and they have really ascended because Cavan Sullivan has played better. Neil Pierre has been pretty good, and they're just kind of got momentum right now. I do think they obviously need to add some pieces around on this team, but they're really dependent on the academy guys. That was a handball right there. So we'll see what happens going forward. But this is, I mean, they have some pieces here. Cavan Sullivan's going to be here at least another year and a half. What about the Scottish League, like a big club like Celtic or Rangers? I personally think that's not really a beneficial move at this point. I don't think that really does anything for a player at this point. Did Messi assist the Pinter goal? He kind of did. He passed it to Suarez. Suarez headed it to Pinter, and that put them up, or that tied it 1-1. And then Messi scored in like the 20. Was it the 35th? No, it was the 25th minute. I think Messi scored to put them up 2-1. So the pendulum swung pretty quickly in this game. Okay, so yeah, and someone even asked, just to expand on this, Pete. Oh, chance there. Out of bounds, looks like it's going to be a corner for Inter Miami. Someone asked about this because they asked what league they should maybe make the jump to, or what we think would be a good starting league for MLS players. Someone even asked this. They said, what about the Scottish League, like a big club like Celtic or Rangers?
Yeah, I think it depends on the player. I think there are some players that aren't ready for, a top 5 league if they were to leave, right? So, for example, let's say Diego Luna wanted to leave. I would say not a top 5 league. I'd say Eredivisie. I don't know about Scotland. Scotland might be a little physical for him. But yeah, Rangers, something like that could be fine. I think Eredivisie has a good track record of player development. It's a step up from MLS, but it's not significantly a step up from MLS, and especially if they go to an Eredivisie team where they can also play Champions League, right? Like Ajax or PSV. And then I think there's like the next level of player. Like I would have loved to see Xavier Gozo in the Bundesliga. I think it'd be a good development league. I'm very skeptical of this Palace move. And nobody will be happier than me if I'm wrong. Like if he goes to Palace and starts killing it, I mean, that is pretty much a locked-in starter for us, right? Like that's just the truth. It's the Premier League. And if you're killing it in the Premier League, it's hard to, see, like, especially in his position on the wing. Like right now we're using Dest as a winger because we have so few good options, right? Well, more as a wing back, right? The way that Poch plays, let's be honest. But I hope I'm wrong with Gozo. I think the Premier League is a big jump.
Oh, it's a good pass. Can you get to, not enough on it. That's a good play by Neil Pierre right there. Decent pass, just not enough on it. Good vision, I guess I should say. When is the last time, I'm trying to think of this while we were talking about it. When is the last time we saw a young American player go to the Premier League and perform well? And I'm talking like young. I'm not talking like 24 years
like
old.
from MLS, right?
Yeah.
Never. I mean, even exactly. Pulisic went to the Premier League from the Bundesliga and was good for a while, but then after that, he struggled.
He did, yeah, exactly. So I feel like the Premier League at this point is a death sentence for American players.
It depends, if they're ready, right? Like I could see Freeman in the Premier League one day. Just
yeah,
not
I
yet,
could see that. Yeah, I could see him play. He's one of the prospects, or I mean, I guess you call him a prospect, but he's one of the players I'm very high on long term. I think he's a pillar for us going forward.
Yeah.
Probably the most upside of any defender we have right now. I would say, at least. I'm very, really high on Alex Freeman. I think his ascension the last year is incredible, considering he was playing for Orlando City B team last year, and now he's, a very important piece for the national team. Had a great summer. That's good stuff. That's what I'm saying. It's a good development to see the acceleration of some of these players. What they're playing and how much quality they've gained in a short amount of time. Let's see. Scottish League isn't good apart from Celtic and Rangers. Yeah, I mean, that's probably fair, but they do play in the Champions League, which is invaluable. I mean, there's nothing we're playing in that would compare to that. So at least they're getting some, maybe in the domestic play, it's not an upgrade, but if you're playing in the Champions League, that obviously is.
Yeah. I would like Austin Trusty to move, though, at some point. Like,
I would
go to a top 5 league, even if it's Germany or something,
What do you think about this recent influx of MLS players or national team players going to the championship?
I mean, if you look at the players that are going, they're guys that are not very, like high ceiling guys, right? It's Max Arfson, Patrick Agyemang, Sebastian Berhalter. Like that's their level. There's a reason they're going to the championship, because I think the championship offers more intensity and more pressure than MLS, but I don't think it's much better in terms of quality, you know?
No, I think the quality is pretty damn similar. It's just like, yes, exactly. The pressure, the environment, and also taking them out of their comfort zone. They're in a different country. I think that makes you grow. And that's what I like most about it. And some of these guys have been doing pretty well since they moved. I think Sebastian Berhalter's been decent for Millsboro since he's left. He's looked pretty good. And I don't think you've ever said he was bad. He's just like, you're not depending on him to like carry the national team or anything.
I think in CONCACAF he can be fine. I just don't think he's a World Cup level player. Like if you want to eventually get past a round of 16, which we would love to do, Sebastian Berhalter is not that. And he's 25, so he's not going to get much better than he is right now. But, you know, people like to the latest thing is the latest thing for some people, and that's fine. You know, I think he could be good in the Gold Cup.
Who was the last great Premier League American player? Probably a goalkeeper like Brad Friedel, Guzan, or maybe Clint Dempsey. Probably Tim Howard, right?
Yeah, Tim Howard. But, you know, again, he didn't just go straight to the Premier League and do well. He went to Manchester United and he struggled for a while and then ended up having to leave and go to Everton, right? Dempsey, same thing, right? Leaves MLS, goes to Fulham for a lot. People think of Dempsey's peak, but they don't remember 7-8 years of him being in and out of the lineup, down in the championship. Sometimes they would send him to the second team. Like the pipeline to the Premier League from MLS, it's not a great one. There's not a lot of evidence for it, which is why it would be so incredible if Xavier Gozo goes straight to the Premier League and does well. I personally would be very surprised.
No, I definitely agree with that. I agree with your assessment. He should have went to the Bundesliga. I think that would have been a much better place for him to develop and play. What did you think about? I don't think I've talked to you really since the World Cup ended. That was a good pass from Casemiro to Suarez. Let's see what he does here. By the way, I call Suarez La Tortuga at this point. He's the turtle, like, because he's just so slow. I mean, he's absolutely. I can't believe how slow he is. It looks like he's playing in slow motion when he's running in full speed. But I haven't talked to you, I think, since the World Cup. Maybe text a couple times. What did you think about Gio Reyna going to? Is it Strasbourg? Right, that's where he went most recently.
Yeah, it's like a lateral move, kind of. But I think the French league is even more physical than the Bundesliga. So I'm just so tired of hoping for him to come good. I just don't think he's the player he used to be. And I hope he can turn it around at some point, but I don't have a lot of hope left for Gio.
Yeah, I think this. I just think he is what he is at this point. I don't think he's going to get much better. I think he is what he is, and I mean it's fine. I think he's just a super sub at this point. I don't think he's ever going to be the superstar. And at one point, I thought he was the most talented prospect we'd ever had.
Yeah, he was my favorite player before all the injuries.
Oh, Sullivan.
And if you look at the guys coming through, right, you have Cavan Sullivan, you've got Mathis Albert, potentially Xavier Gozo. His spot with the national team could be in jeopardy even off the bench.
No, that's true. That's true. And that's just crazy to think about. If someone had told us this like 5 or 6 years ago, we would have never believed that. It's just crazy. But I mean, that's just how it is. I mean, you have to keep getting better. You get left behind. And I understand that he's had injuries and stuff, but you know, at a certain point, it doesn't matter. You got to start performing. Kai Wagner with the cross or the corner, excuse me, and Suarez clears up in the air. I'll be curious to see what he does. I think that if this one fails, close, just wide left. If this time it fails, he'll probably be in MLS next. If Strasbourg fails, he'll be in Major League Soccer probably in 2027 or 2028.
Yeah, I think 2027. Like, I think if he's doesn't become a starter for Strasbourg, I think by next summer, MLS will spend some money on him. And won't have to spend much, right? Because if they bought him for $3 million. So if MLS comes along and says, here, we'll pay you whatever you paid, $3 million to get him off the books, they'll take that. Maybe even 5, you know?
What do you guys think about Michael Bradley as a coach? I mean, I think he has potential. I like that he put an emphasis on playing the young guys at the Red Bulls. He's really big into player development. even through, bad or good, he's going to play the young guys. And I do like that. And I think he's obviously it's in his background as a player, and his dad obviously coached for a long time. So I think he has potential. I don't know if he's going to be good, but I think that there is potential there.
Yeah, for sure there's potential. I saw some people saying he should be the national team coach. I'm like, guys, what has he done to earn that?
Already?
This is the number one job in the country. This guy's been a professional head coach of a pro team for about 7 months. What are we saying? Like, let's get serious. Just because you were a good player doesn't mean you automatically get to coach the national team. So yeah, I'm excited. I want to see him prove it over time with more than one club, and hopefully maybe in Europe at some point, But right now, he shouldn't even be in discussions national team wise.
No. He needs a coach for a couple years at least before we really know. And like you said, maybe we test it over in Europe. Okay, that's in the first half. It's 2-1 Inter Miami over the Philadelphia Union. Okay, so Pete, every game that we do, we always do like a grade for the first half performance, 1 through 10 for both teams, 1 being shit, 10 being perfect. And guys, give us your scores down below, or your ratings for each of these teams, their first half performance. What would be your ratings for each one of these teams in their first half?
I'd give Philly a 6. They've created more chances. They have not had more of the ball, but they've been more dangerous in the final third. They just haven't been able to finish some of these chances they've created. But they haven't been able to keep Messi quiet, right? And that's the big problem. Is like, hard to win games if you can't keep him quiet. So, yeah, I'd give them a 6. I'd give Miami. I mean, they're winning. So I'll give them a 7 because ultimately you're winning. It's hard. But they haven't looked great either. They basically relied on some Messi magic.
So I'd probably give Inter Miami probably like a 6.5, 6. I'd probably give Philly probably like a 5 or 6. And we talked about this earlier. And guys, let us know what your ratings are for the first half. We talked about earlier how the Union have looked better, but Miami made the most of their chances, and you can literally see it in the stat sheet. The Philadelphia Union have 8 shots in this game, 3 on target, and they have 1 goal, right? Inter Miami only has 3 shots this game and 2 goals. So they have made the most out of their opportunities. But that is, I guess you could say that, like you said, they're winning. But I do think that the Union have looked better through most of this game. Miami has dominated possession 60-40. Who would you say is the player that stood out to you for both teams in the first half? And I know Messi is obviously going to be an easy one because he's got the goal and the hockey assist because they're going to give him an assist in MLS. But is there anyone else from Miami and anyone for the Union that stood out to you in the first half?
Frankie Westfield, I thought has looked good. Caught the assist. Has looked dangerous. Been involved in a lot of good counterattacks by Philly. Other than that, Neil Pierre has had some good moments. I like the way he takes the ball with him and just takes space with the ball. His passing's been decent. Defending's been mostly good, except for that, goal. Maybe should have done better, tracking Daniel Pinter's run. But yeah, he's 18, right? Like, I'm not super harsh on teenagers, 17, 18 years old. I just want to see progress. I want to see growth, and I want to see the tools. Do they have the tools to be successful long-term? Because a lot of the decision-making and experience stuff that you can get over time. But I want to see, do they have the tools to be successful long-term? Because like Daniel Pinter, I don't see the tools for this guy to be an elite player, right? And that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. You can have a good career in MLS or, maybe even go to Eredivisie or something, but I don't see an elite tool set with him.
So for the Union, the first half, I agree. Westfield's cross was beautiful. Chef's kiss, perfect cross to get them their first goal. I do think that Sullivan has looked pretty good because a lot of people are going to ask about him. I think he's shown a lot of flashes. He's not done anything like spectacular that is like makes your jaw drop, but he's shown some flashes where you notice him. On the Inter Miami side, I would say probably, I don't know. I think Ian Frey has been okay in the first. It's the thing. I don't really think anyone's been too impressive for me in Inter Miami in the first half, even though they're winning outside of Messi, which I'm not even counting him. And the thing with Pinter, because I've watched a lot of these Inter Miami games, Pete, is another thing with him is he panics in the final third. Like, you can just tell that his mind is overworked. He's thinking way too much and he takes too long and he fumbles the bag in the final third. He just doesn't know what to do with the ball. So that's one thing I think he's going to have to do to get over that mental barrier. I mean, but he does have a goal. He did finish the assist from Luis Suarez. I think Suarez has been okay. It just feels like Inter Miami's been okay. No one's really doing anything too crazy, even though they're up. I think the guys on the Union have impressed me more in the first half. And chat, you guys let us know if you agree or disagree. Who has impressed you? Is there anyone else like maybe that's just been outright bad to you in the first half? Like anyone you think is like, man, that guy is just not good?
Not really. I mean, nobody's been outright awful that I can see.
Yeah.
But like it's MLS, so I take the level into consideration, you know.
No, I agree with that. There's not been like some blunders like we saw with Tim Ream or Matt Freese in the World Cup. Nothing. Now, if Rocco Rios Novo was in this game, maybe that would have happened. I'm sure you saw the game last week against Nashville, which was an absolute blunder. Let's see. Where should Pierre move to? I don't know where he should move to. I think it's way too early to be talking about his move. He's only started like 4 games or 5 games for the Union so far. He's only 18 years old. I think we need to see him play for the Union for at least the rest of the season before we can make any type of indication of what his level is or where he should go. But there are some promising things we see with Neil Pierre.
Yeah, I think he's outside of Noah Kai Banks. He's probably our highest ceiling center back prospect right now, especially given his size and his athletic ability and the fact that he can also play on the ball. And his age, 18 years old, is very young for a center back to be playing professionally anywhere, right? So, huge fan of what Philly have done to bring him back. I think he did get some experience helping Lyngby get promoted in the to the Danish Superliga, and now he's gone to a higher level, which is MLS. And then let's see how he adapts to this, right? He's still young, and center backs is so much an experience-based position. So let's see how he continues to develop. But I want him in that national team camp in September. I don't think it matters that he's young and whether or not he's ready, whatever. Like, guys, it's friendlies. It's friendlies. Also, what are we going to do? Keep calling in Tim Ream and Miles Robinson? Like, come on. We got to move on from those guys. I think replace those 2 guys with George Campbell and Neil Pierre.
I think from this point forward is experimentation time. You're trying to figure out who's going to be the guys going forward in 4 years, and you got to get those guys as much playing time as you can. Now, I don't necessarily agree with Tim Howard where you say you play Cavan Sullivan every single game, but I do think he should be involved in all the camps at least. I mean, that's fine, but he shouldn't be starting every game unless he's earned it. But yeah, this is where you start experimenting and trying to see who the future of the team is. So yeah, I agree. I think we should be taking several young guys to this next camp. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what happens. And that's is the friendly, what is it, September 8th, 9th? It's like the first week of September, right? Or the first friendly?
It's the last week. There's 2 games in the last week of September, Peru and Chile.
Okay.
And then Mexico and Canada in the first week of October. So
okay.
It's a 4-game window.
Yeah, man, that's going to be awesome for these young guys. That's going to be a lot of gameplay potential for these young players and see what they can do. So I'm excited. I'm actually very excited to see what happens, especially because Poach is back. Now, someone asked an interesting question too. I don't know if you got to watch him much this year. I've watched him because Nashville's been so good, but have you had a chance to really watch Reed Baker Whiting for Nashville this year?
I haven't seen a lot of Nashville. I got to be honest. I need to watch more because I want to watch Schwacke, and then I need to watch Matthew Corcoran in midfield and Reed Baker Whiting as well.
Yeah, he looks really explosive on the left side. Like, I mean, he's not like Jedi explosive, but he does look very good in the final third off the left side at left back. And I do think maybe he could be someone that could get a call in for this. I'll put it to you this way. He's much better than Max Arfson. Like, it's not even close. I think he might not be as good.
I thought he plays on the right. I thought he plays on the right.
No, he's on the left back. He's the left back for Nashville. They got Andy Nahar playing on the right side.
Gotcha. Okay, so today it must be different because they got Daniel Lovitz on the left and Reed Baker Whiting on the right.
Yeah, that's probably because I think Andy Nahar's injured, but when he's healthy, they put Reed Baker Whiting on the left side. But that is another thing too. He can play both sides, but he's good he's good as left back too. He's pretty good. I wouldn't mind seeing him get a call because why not, right? See what he can do for the national team. We got a $10 super chat from Raul. He says, have watched Philly all year. Damiani is awful. The double pivots are mid on a good day. Vasilev is just a hustle merchant. Honestly, I give Cavan and Pierre more credit for dealing with these fools. I mean, I don't disagree with you. I mean, we talked about this a little bit earlier. This team, I think you were in the bathroom, but this team is pretty damn below average when you take out Pierre, Wagner, and Sullivan. and they are doing more with less. So, I mean, I don't disagree. This team is underwhelming. There's a reason why this team, Pete, had only won one game in their first like 14 matches before the World Cup break. They were the worst team in the league before the World Cup break.
Yeah, no, they were awful. And I think getting rid of Bradley Carnell was step one. Bringing back Neil Pierre, step two. Trusting Cavan Sullivan, step three. Like, that's a lot of things that I think was important. Also, bringing Kai Wagner back really helped. Let's be honest, right?
Oh, for sure, for sure. And did we even talk about Mark McKenzie going to the Union? I don't think we even touched on that.
No.
I'm a little disappointed with that for a couple reasons. I mean, I don't know if he was ever going to blossom anything special. I just think the Union are now going to have two of their DP spots on defenders. And I just think that that's a losing formula in MLS. They're going to have Kai Wagner and Mark McKenzie be DPs. And, I would have liked to see Mark McKenzie maybe try it out a little bit longer in Europe before coming back. But, I mean, if he wants to come home and the Union are offering him a lot of money, I understand personally why he's doing it. But I can't lie and say I'm not a little disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know that Mark McKenzie, how many opportunities has he gotten with the U.S. and he just makes a terrible mistake? So it's kind of like, we can't even rely on him, for the U.S. Every time he plays for the U.S., he's got at least one mistake in him. So to me, it's like, yeah, this was a guy that was like serious about maybe trying to get USMNT starting minutes, fine. But he's not. This is his prime, right? He went to Belgium, he went to France, but he's just, to me, not somebody that we should be looking at for 2030. So fine, bring him back. I just don't think he should really be too involved with the U.S. going forward. I think you have Chris Richards and you have Alex Freeman, and then you have Austin Trusty. Those three guys are roster locks, right? Yes. And then you have guys like Neil Pierre, Noah Kai Banks, right, who can maybe put some, George Campbell, maybe Cameron Carter-Vickers makes a comeback, right? And then further down, you've got guys like Ian James, Christopher Cupps, Chris Applewhite, Andre Correa, Ethan Kohler, Josh Winder. That's sort of further down the pecking order. But I just think if you look at the center back talent coming through, I don't see Mark McKenzie's being with the national team in the long term.
No, I agree with that. I guess my perspective is that maybe if he had another good run, he would get another chance. And maybe if he comes to MLS, he's really going to fall out of the pecking order. But then again, maybe, Poach does like MLS players, it seems. So maybe he won't if he can put together a string of good performances or a good form. Let's see. We got another $5 super chat. Carnell was playing League Two football from 10 years ago. I had to get a new eye prescription watching Carnell ball. I'm still recovering. I mean, yeah, he definitely struggled in year two. I mean, he was good last year. They did win the Supporters Shield. So we have to, we can't forget that he did have a good season in 2025. But this year, he just didn't make the right adjustments. And the Union were
found out in year two. He was the same in St. Louis. Didn't they win the Supporters Shield his first year there? And then the second year, he got fired. So it's kind of the same thing.
They didn't win the Supporters Shield, but they were like second in the league, and yeah, they did. He got fired halfway through through the second season with St. Louis City SC. So yes, he normally has a great season, and then he gets fired halfway through the second season. That's been the formula.
It seems like a one-season wonder as a coach. Like he gets figured out, and then he doesn't adjust.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, so the second half's about to start here in a second. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys give us a like down below. I think we're at like 84 likes. Let's try to get to 100 likes before the second half starts. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 15,000 subscribers by the end of the month. We're like 630 subscribers away now, so hopefully we'll be able to hit that by the end of the month. Let's see. Tim Ream 2034. Yeah, hopefully. Tim Ream's like a cockroach, man. He just won't go away. Like,
can you imagine? We're still bringing.
If I know that this is like over and done with, but I know for a fact if I told people in 2022 that Tim Ream would be starting and be the captain in 2026, they would have never believed that.
Yeah,
it's crazy
for sure.
And so now, when you were talking about center backs earlier, did you mention Noah Kai Banks? I know that's kind of quite well. I know that he hasn't officially committed to playing for us still, but that there's just so many good prospects that we have in the fold.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's still the best one, but ultimately, if you don't want to rep us or you want to wait for Germany to rep us, then it's like, all right, fine. Like you can't make someone want to play for us, and we've had culture issues, right? We've had culture issues in the past of guys who maybe didn't really want to represent us or didn't care as much. I just think this guy's waiting for Germany and he's keeping the U.S. as a back burner option. Like we're the guy that like the girl who's like chasing another guy and is like, but stay on the back burner in case that other guy doesn't want me. It's like, that's who we are. I don't want to be that guy. Fuck that.
No, I agree. It's either pick us or don't pick us. Like it is what it is. Like commit or don't commit, and we just move on. Can't be waiting around forever for him. Okay, so second half's going to start. And now Miami always comes out late, Pete. They always, I don't know why, but they're always like 5 minutes late past when they're supposed to come out for the second half. So even though it says start a second half, that's probably going to happen. But what are you looking for in the second half? And like, what do you think what do you think the final score is going to be of this game?
Score is tough, right? It's like, how do Philly have been the better team. They're at home. Ryan Richter has to make some adjustments. I would try to move Cavan a little more central. But it's hard to tell with Inter Miami, right? They've just got so much quality that they don't have to play well and then they can hurt you just like that,
Yeah, I'm thinking that Philly is probably going to make a decent push here in the second half just because I mentioned earlier, Miami is an older team, man. I think they have like 3 or 4 players over the age of 35 in the starting 11. So they're just a very old team. They've got some vulnerabilities. And this obviously young Philadelphia team, they got a lot of energy and stuff. I think they're going to be able to, they have more endurance, right? They're going to be able to last longer, more stamina. So I think they're going to put some pressure on Miami in the second half. I think I said it was going to be 2-1 Miami was my score prediction. I think I'm going to go 3-2 Miami. I think they're going to pull one back, and I do think that the Union are going to get another goal just because they're just going to put a lot of pressure on Inter Miami. And I think Sullivan maybe settles in a little more. I think maybe you said this to me before at one point that you thought, I think this is like one of the points you made about Cavan Sullivan in our prospect video we did, was that he tries to play hero ball too much.
Yeah, he's doing that less.
He is doing it less.
That more. First half of the season. Feels like he's developing more comfort with the team and he's getting more reps with his teammates, plays a little bit more instinctive. And it's a tough balance to strike. When you're a talented player, you want to show what you can do, right? And just trying to find the risk reward of that, right? If you play hero ball too much and you lose the ball while your teammates are surging forward and now you're caught out versus, what's the best decision to make in that moment.
No, I think that the maturity part is definitely what's helped him start to settle in and look a lot better. Man, these halftimes are ridiculous, man. Last time that the Miami played Nashville, the halftime lasted 30 minutes. They were like 15 minutes past their time in the locker room.
Did they not get punished for that?
No, because it was the whole team. Nope. No cards or anything. Nothing.
But the league is not going to punish them for that. See, this is what makes people hate Inter Miami. It's this entitlement, this arrogance, which frankly comes from the Argentine national team too, right? Did you see after Brian Schwacke saved that penalty from Messi last week? What's his name? McAllister? No, not McAllister. Fuck.
Oh, Rodrigo DePaul?
DePaul, thank you. Going to the referee and being like, but we're Inter Miami. I was like, dude, so fucking what? Like, what does that mean? I don't know, man.
I know, man. I know. I do agree with you that there does feel like there's a little bit of an arrogance because of what they are and who they are. I just know this definitely would not happen with any other team. They would never get away with being able to sit in the locker room for 15 minutes past. And listen, this is not a one game off. They do this every single game. You can see it for yourself. They weren't 15 minutes late, but the Union were on the field 10 minutes ago, and they're just waiting for Inter Miami. More specifically, they're waiting for Messi. But they have to wait for the whole. They found this loophole because Messi would come out by himself 10 minutes late. They have to have the whole team do it because you can't give a yellow card to every single player on the team. But you would. They would give a yellow card to Messi.
The league needs to punish them then, because otherwise it makes the league look unserious. It makes them look like they're favoring Miami. You look like Infantino, basically, right?
Yeah, I do agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I mean, it is crazy. I mean, could you imagine that happening in any other league?
Oh, it would be front page news and everyone would be questioning it. It just feels like it doesn't happen in MLS because everyone's like too scared to push the league on Inter Miami.
Hacker says Messi always comes later after locker room where he play even in Argentina, Barcelona, PSG, everywhere, he is the boss. I don't really remember that. I don't remember the teams coming out like 10 minutes late in the Barca games or Argentinian games. Maybe Argentina because it's a little different, but I don't remember that in the Barcelona games.
Yeah, not 15 minutes late.
That's crazy, man. That's absolutely insane. I'd be pissed. I remember the Nashville game. They waited so late they had to get a security guard to go in there and ask what's going on.
No, they should be docked points and fined. Because otherwise, it's arrogance. It's like you don't respect the game at all. You don't respect your opponent. You don't respect the fans.
Wait, is this true? Any proof? Yeah, it definitely happened. 100% happened. Happened in the Nashville SC game. It happens every game that they just wait. I mean, it literally just happened this game. And that's why what people like a lot of people do get pissed off about in this league is just that kind of the entitlement and then like the novelty and like they are propped up a little bit because they want this brand to be, what they are. So it is crazy. It's funny. You just said they should be docked points. I don't know if an MLS team has ever been docked points in the history of the league. I don't know if that's ever happened.
No, of course not. They'll never do that.
Let's see. This is not the real tactical manager. I'm sure. Do you see this guy a lot in your chat?
Yeah. He comes all the time. He's like, send me the link, guys. He goes to straight red. One time he tried to show up at TAX. I was like, dude, come on. I think he showed up to TAC as 11 Yanks also.
So he's got multiple burners.
Probably, yeah.
I'm talking about Messi only. Notice him. He comes late all the time. Well, the whole team's doing it now. I guess they're doing that as like I said, a loophole. So that way that the whole team, you can't punish the whole team. That's what we have to suffer in South America for last year's Argentinian teams. Okay, so I guess the reoccurring thing for Messi. He just comes out whenever he wants. I don't know exactly. I mean, maybe more rest, but that's kind of ridiculous, man. That's insane. Absolutely insane.
Man, I'm kind of glad the whole world got to see what South America has to deal with at this last World Cup. Because I'll be honest, I didn't have a strong feeling about Argentina either way, but after this World Cup, it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. And then I think Tax shared the picture. I don't remember what game it was, but they got scored on. Argentina did, and Infantino looked like he was about to have a stroke.
Yeah.
Like he was so upset. Oh, lost space for Reguilon. Good pass to Reguilon. He tries to lay it off to Suarez, but it was a weak pass taken away from Philadelphia. They want Inter Miami to be internationally followed MLS club. I think they want Inter Miami to be internationally followed.
Oh, good work, Cavan.
Oh, they play quick.
Foul, yellow card. No?
Yep, yellow card. Is that on? Let's see who that's on. I think it might be on Reguilon. It is on Reguilon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, at first he beat one guy in midfield, and then he drove in toward the box and got fouled by Reguilon. Look at this. The pass from here. So you see the replay?
Oh, I'm watching right now. Beautiful.
Really nice work by Cavan there. Beats Falcon and then push from behind. Oh, it was Reguilon, who he'd already beat, came back and fouled him.
Oh, my God, man. Pete, so, that's what I'm saying. That was a good play. That was a good run of play there by Cavan Sullivan. He's obviously going to be here next year with the Union. I'm not trying to put any unfair expectations on him, but if this is the level he keeps going up, what do you think he's going to be in maybe next year in MLS? Like, do you think that we're going to see him dominate the league?
Hopefully. Hopefully that's the trajectory. If he becomes like, a top attacker in the league at 17 years old, right? Because he's supposed to go next summer. I think what's going to happen is he's going to stay for that shortened MLS season, right, until the summer. And then he's going to make his move to Man City.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. And then he probably will never play for Manchester City except maybe a friendly, but we'll see. Kai Wagner with the free kick. Oh, just wide right. There's a lot of power on that kick. That was close. That was a rocket.
Yeah.
That was close. Let's see how close it was on a different angle. My God, that was a rocket, though. I think it was barely off. Yeah, it was just a little wide right. That was close. Good strike by Kai Wagner. Had a quiet game so far. I haven't really noticed Kai Wagner too much in this match.
No. Well, he's been pinned back by Messi, right? He's not going to go flying up the field that much when Messi's on his side, and he has to kind of stay back and be a little more defensively minded.
Yeah.
All right, Cavan. Come on, Cavan. You better than that.
Play it out
I
wide.
like the way Philly are playing under Ryan Richter. Much more fun to
This
watch.
has
Much
been
more
fun, yeah.
dynamic.
Yeah, this has been fun. I know they're not winning, but they've been more exciting to me.
Well, today they're not
Yes.
winning, but like look how the turnaround since the World Cup.
No, overall it's been incredible. Yeah, but like this is just it's a fun young team to watch play. Oh, nice move by Cavan. Cuts right. Pass it. Lays it off. Oh, no one's there. Oh my God.
Oh, that was really good playing by Cavan.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what the problem is, Pete? Pete, I swear to God, this happens in MLS all the time. Sometimes, oh my God, there was 3 guys in the box. They crossed it, but 2. The problem with this drives me crazy, fucking crazy in MLS, okay? Sometimes the players are so amazed by what they're watching the player do that they get lost. They're ball watching, and then when the cross comes in, they're just not ready. No one's there to become.
They don't make the anticipatory runs.
Yes, exactly. I mean, you'll watch this. What's replay showing right now? There's like everyone's just watching the ball. They're not really prepared for this cross. Nobody's really prepared for this.
Yeah, they're just ball watching.
That should have been a goal right there. That was a beautiful pass by Cavan Sullivan. Are they saying it might be a penalty?
And
they're looking at this. Maybe a handball?
On who? Iloski?
I think they're saying it might be a handball on Reguilón.
No, Reguilón wasn't even in the box.
Sorry, Lujan. I think they're saying it might have hit the right arm of Lujan. I'd have to see another replay. I couldn't really see a good angle of it.
I didn't see a handball.
Who's spamming now? Let's see.
You got Desu P8Z, who just keeps spamming Messi.
Okay, here we go. Get him out of here.
No.
I'm going to make you a mod so that way you can do it. I'm going to make you a mod. You keep an eye on this for us. Let's see. Cavan with the cross. Ooh, a little too much on it.
Yeah, but also Iloski doesn't make the run.
Nope.
He makes the run after the cross has been made. What about the anticipatory run?
Oh, man. That's what I'm saying. That's like, there's a couple guys you can tell that just in MLS, they just don't have it up here, Pete. That just the soccer IQ, they're just too late. They're too late. They're not making the runs off the ball.
Yeah.
But listen, Sullivan, last couple minutes, man, incredible service. Like the guy is, I mean, he really should have 2 assists if the guy had his head out of his ass.
Yeah.
Losky loses possession. Wagner. Vasilev with the ball, lays it back off to Wagner. Wagner crosses it. Oh, oh God, I think that's a bad foul on Ian Frey. Holy shit.
On Wagner? Yeah, it's another yellow.
Let me see a replay on this. I gotta see what happened. Oh, so they're saying he might be fouled inside the box, which might be a penalty. Let's see. It's close, man. It's like right on the line. It's not really a good angle to see if it'd be a penalty.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
I mean, his foot's like right on the line, man.
But the foul happened in the box. Honestly, that should be a penalty.
Yeah, if he got a yellow, that's a penalty.
I don't know why it's not a penalty.
They need to go
VAR will.
Oh yeah,
he found him.
A free kick. He found him in the box. Yeah, they're giving him a free kick like literally right on the line.
That's in the box. That's marginally inside the box. I think VAR should have a look at that.
Yeah, they got to look at that. Everyone's saying penalty in the chat. That's definitely, I think that's a penalty. They're checking it right now.
Yes, it's in the box. It's just inside the box, but it is in the box.
I don't know why they're still looking at this. This is pretty clear cut to me. Oh, they're not going to give it to him.
No pen.
That's insane, dude. That's a blatant. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that should be a penalty. I don't know why they don't give that.
Yeah, his left foot is in the 18 and Ian Frey is in the 18. You're saying it's not clear and obvious. Okay.
I think that is clear and obvious, but
I agree. Well, they have a free kick in a dangerous spot. Let's see what happens. Oh, they score anyway. They score anyway.
direct too.
Yeah,
direct.
Yeah. Hey, the ball doesn't lie, I guess.
2-2. All right, game on.
Well, I guess it worked out, right?
Yeah. That's a good free kick.
Yep. All right. So the Union have tied up 2-2, 58 minutes in, guys. We've got us a hell of a game. Will they try to say they're complaining? I'll see what they're saying.
What are they complaining about now?
Are they saying he's offside?
Oh, because it came off Harriel.
Oh, divine intervention. Okay. Oh, so someone said divine intervention. Did he?
They're saying Harriel might be offside.
Yeah, Harriel did head the ball, so we'll see.
No, it wasn't Harriel. It was what's his name?
Oh yeah, it was Neil Pierre. It was Neil Pierre.
It was Neil Pierre.
That's his third goal in 4 games, by the way.
I don't think he's offside.
I don't think
How is
either.
he offside?
I don't think he is.
Dude, what a threat on set pieces.
Dude, that is his third goal in 4 games, Pete, on set pieces.
Yeah. He also had 4 goals in 10 games for Lyngby. Like, this guy is such a threat. Apart from being a great defender, he's such a goal-scoring threat. And, we have Chris Richards in the air. We have Alex Freeman, who scored at the World Cup. We have Austin Trusty, who scored at the World Cup. We could have 4 center backs that are, like, goal dangerous. He's not offside. There is nothing offside about Neil Pierre. That's a good goal.
You know what's most impressive about that goal, though, Pete, is that's not an aerial goal. That was a low. That's what I like about that. Was that was a low header, right? That was like, you know what I'm saying? That he didn't just tower over anyone to get it. So he's versatile on his, on free kicks, goal scoring opportunities. Like, I think that this Neil Pierre kid is special, man. I like what I see.
Yeah. No, I'm a huge Neil Pierre fan.
Would you say he's had a better game today than Sullivan? Like, more noticeable to you so far?
Different. No, I think Sullivan's been better overall. Neil Pierre was still culpable on that goal, but again, it's just I just want to see consistency and progress from them.
3 goals in 4 games as a center back. An 18-year-old center back, mind you guys, is impressive. That's very impressive.
Call him up in September, man.
No, you have to call him up in September. I think he's I like what I've seen. When's the last time we had an aerial threat off set pieces for the USMNT?
I mean, we have Richards, right? Richards can, at Gold Cup, he got 2 goals.
He did. Yeah, I guess that's true. But we've not had a lot of them in recent memory that I can.
Well, you have Weston McKennie also, who can be, but Weston McKennie hasn't scored for a while. It's been a while since Weston McKennie has
another
scored.
One. Oh my God, it's off Neil Pierre. That's an assist. I think that was
off of Philly in the lead.
Philly. That's Neil Pierre with the assist too, off of another set piece.
Well, it's Neil Pierre. It's not technically not an assist, but Neil Pierre down, goalie saves. Iloski with the rebound.
Yeah,
wow.
I guess that was a shot, but yeah, 3-2. They try to say it was. Were they complaining about this one too?
Of course, it's Miami.
Left foot of Pierre offsides. What they're saying.
What?
Dude, there's literally been 3 chances we've seen, like the penalty that should have been called. They're saying that Pierre was offside the first goal. Now they're saying he might be off. It's just crazy how much dysfunction there is in those last 3 goal opportunities.
Yeah, but the ref seems to be giving it. I don't think he's saying he's off. The goal looks like it stands.
I hope. Let's see. We'll see if they do look at it. All right, we'll see. Yeah, they're not
It's Inter
overturning.
Miami, so the chances they're going to look at
Okay,
it is high.
I will say he definitely was offside. I just saw his foot. I think he was offside. That looks like that he's offside.
I don't know. I'm watching it right now. Oh, yeah,
The
yeah,
left
you're
foot,
right.
the left foot is. I think the left foot's offside.
Still a great header, though.
Dude, what a goal, bro! What a goal by Lofsky. Holy shit!
That's a great header.
That was no, dude. He's an aerial beast.
Look at that jump. His knee is at what's his name's head. He's at the
Falcone.
defender. His knee is at the defender's head.
Also looking at it, yeah, it's definitely getting called back. Then
He's gonna call it back. But that's a great leap from Neil Pierre, man. If we can get him into the system, like in 4 years from now, look at that. You could have a 30-year-old Chris Richards, a 22-year-old Neil Pierre, and a 25-year-old Alex Freeman. Honestly, that's a great back line.
oh, I know. Let's see here. Yep, no goal. Offside. 2-2. What a crazy game, though, Pete. This has been pretty entertaining, man. You know, I don't know if there's people watching that don't normally watch MLS. I'm not saying every game is like this, but MLS can be fun. There can be some entertaining matches, regardless of, you know, the shenanigans or, you know, the chicanery with certain things that happen. I mean, it can be fun.
Yeah, I mean, I watch it for the prospects. Everyone watches MLS for their own reason, right? Sometimes you have a club that you watch, or you watch it because you cover the league. And some people just watch it because it's their hometown team. I watch it for prospects. There's lots of different reasons to watch the league or to watch certain teams. I might do a live watch along for Philly's next game. StreamYard was being weird. They were saying there was too much high volume right now and they didn't have enough data. I was like, guys, come on. But, you know, you were doing it already, so it kind of worked out in the end. I could just come hang with you.
You know, it's always more fun to do it with someone else. That way, you know, just kind of like pick each other's brain, see what they think's going on. Yeah, that same thing happened to me. It took me like 10 minutes to get in.
Yeah. Weird, right? It's like we pay money every month to StreamYard for this, so we really can't afford them to like not
drop
so
the
Philly
ball.
is playing their next game. They're playing Austin away next Saturday at 5:30. I might do it if I'm free. I might not be free. Austin, by the way, another one to watch is Irvin Torres, who just scored a banger for Austin last week.
Well, if you decide to do it and you want me to hop on or whatever, and I can, I don't mind to join you and stuff if you want.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there's a lot of good stuff, man. I tell you what, if there, you know, what's going to be a banger one for you to do when it happens, when the Union play the Red Bulls, that's going to be a really good one to do.
When is that?
Let's see. I'll look it up and see.
They might have already done it.
August 29th.
Oh, August 29th?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I'm not free August 29th.
Oh, you got some obligations?
Yeah, I got work stuff.
I got you.
But you could do it.
Yeah, that would have been a good one though, just because of like the two youth academies going, the two youth teams, the movements.
Yeah, the two best ones.
Yeah, that would have been a really good one. $5 super chat. Arteta might drool at the sight of Neil Pierre, Dakota says.
Yeah, I mean, if he's playing like this at 18, I don't think the Premier League in the future is unrealistic. You know, because he's got the physical frame and the speed, and he can play with his feet too. But obviously no time soon, guys. Like, you know.
No, he needs to develop more. He needs to play more. I think he needs to probably play in MLS for another, well, to see what he does the rest of the season before, you know, I'm curious.
I think he could go, honestly, he could go in January. I could see somebody coming in for him.
Well, that's why
if Lucas Harrington can go, but let's see how much playing time, right, Lucas Harrington gets at Hull. That'll be interesting. I don't think it's going to be much yet.
Have we had a center back ever that was 6'7"?
What's his name? Who played in Italy? And he's Gucci Onyewu.
That was a long time ago, though, too, right? That was like at least 15 years ago.
Oh my God! Pierre almost scored again. Another header, straight at the keeper this time.
Man, he's a threat.
Yeah.
Pete, I just think this Miami team, like, I'm not trying to hate on, but I just think they're just kind of underwhelming, man.
Yeah. Well, they're too reliant on Messi. Same way that Argentina's too reliant on Messi.
Oh, nice move by Sullivan. Plays out wide. Westfield. Oh, he was looking for
Oh,
Sullivan.
that's beautiful from Sullivan. That's a great outside of the foot pass to Westfield.
Toom says Middlesbrough should sign Pierre. I think he's he's too good for that.
Yeah, I think he can play. Honestly, I could see him in the Bundesliga next year. Honestly, I could.
Could you see Dortmund being interested in him?
Potentially. I mean, it might be a little too high. I could see Werder Bremen coming in for him if they sell Karim Koulibaly. Or if Stuttgart sells, what's his name? The Croatian center back they've got, Vučković, right? Like, that could be something. Or, to be honest, I could see a big team coming in for him and then loaning him out. You know, like you look at a guy like Neil Pierre, that's a Champions League team in a top 5 league going. He's not ready yet, but he could be ready. So let's buy him now, and then we'll loan him out to get experience and bring him back.
No, for sure. Looks like Quinn Sullivan's coming in right now for Vasilev. We'll see what he can do. Honestly, kind of felt like Quinn Sullivan's kind of like out of sight, out of mind, just because Cavan has been so good recently. Now, Quinn had been good like the last couple of years, or pretty decent for Philadelphia, but it feels like he's just kind of been irrelevant this season for the Union. The Sullivan brothers cooked together. We'll see. We'll see. That is why I think he's better in the midfield. Are you talking about Cavan?
Oh, yeah. I like him centrally for sure. Much more than on the wing. Also, we have good young wingers coming through. We've got Gozo, right? We've got Albert. You want him centrally.
No, for sure. And I think he's got I think he's I don't know. I think he looks more comfortable and in control in the midfield too, centrally.
Yeah.
You know who's had a quiet game tonight too? I don't know how much familiar you are with Yannick Bright, but I think, that was a nice pass from Messi to Pinter. Oh, good save by Andre Blake. I feel like Yannick Bright has been very quiet tonight for Inter Miami. He's a pretty good destroyer for Inter Miami. He's not very good in the attack, but he's very good in the midfield. He's been very. I've not noticed him at all tonight. Like, I don't think he's been good, and he's normally the spine of Inter Miami. Without him, they normally fold like a chair.
Yeah.
Oh, foul on Inter Miami. Let's see, we're at 114 likes. Can we get to 150 for the stream? We got like 20 minutes left. It's 2-2. It's going to go down the wire. We'll see what happens and who wins. But guys, if you haven't already, make sure you guys give us a like down below. We got 250 people in the chat with us right now, and still looks like we're still at about 630 subs away from 15,000. We got a video we're recording Friday with Fiago. If you guys know him, we're going to talk about how MLS is being perceived internationally. I'll be curious to see what he says about that, especially since he's been to a couple of games this summer. We're going to have him on Friday. Video probably drop on Sunday. You guys aren't going to miss it. We still got a lot of coverage, a lot of season left. We got the playoffs and everything. So make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. A lot of people watching right now are not currently subscribed. And also make sure you guys hit that little bell notification so you never miss a video. And also make sure you go check out Pete, man. Pete's one of the GOATs when it comes to USMNT content. And he's been ramping it up, talking about a lot of USMNT prospects. You guys aren't going to want to miss his coverage when, the camp starts next month. Maybe we'll have him on to preview it or talk about it before it happens. You guys need to make sure you go check out at 11 Yanks.
Yeah. Man, this is very encouraging. Very encouraging to see our prospects coming through, doing things. Devin McCarter is saying that Koulibaly was sold to Strasbourg today. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. He was sold to Blueco, right? They don't think he's ready for Chelsea, but they're going to send him to Strasbourg first, and then we'll see how he does. Now, that could be interesting because you know who else is at Werder Bremen? Ramiz Hamuda, who went there from Birmingham Legion this summer. He's supposed to be with their under-23s, but without Koulibaly in the way, if he starts well with the under-23s, maybe in January they bring him in for the Rooklyn.
Sorry. Oh, how do you not...
Bro, that should have been a Cavan assist. That should have been a Cavan assist. That?
2 chances right there.
Yeah. 2 good chances. That should have been a Cavan assist.
By the way, that was a perfect touch pass by Cavan. Perfect touch pass.
Yeah.
Perfect. How did he not score there?
It's a Losky, man. Losky can be very inconsistent sometimes.
He scored that karate kick or the karate goal and he can't score.
Yeah. Yeah, but then the tap-ins are like...
Oh, my God, man. But listen, that this team's young. That's just that is what it is. Like that's I mean, I don't think Orlovsky's not necessarily young, but like there's going to be some hiccups. There's going to be some head scratching moments for this team. That just kind of comes with it. This is usually when Segovia comes out for Miami, but Miami has no depth. Not sure when they want Ruiz in there. Yeah, Miami's depth is pretty damn bad. It's not they've had some injuries, so they're kind of like they're being pieced together right now. This is probably the best 11 they have with what they have available. Their backups are pretty bad right now. So if they start making some subs, I think it could maybe get uglier. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be foul on the Union. 72 minutes in, 2-2. To me, looks like the Union have the momentum if they can just finish their chances.
Yeah. What have Miami done the second half? Nothing.
Does it feel inevitable to you that the Union are probably going to end up winning this? I mean, that's kind of how it feels. I mean, I guess anything could happen.
Way, for sure. They're in the ascendancy, but also Miami is like any moment they can turn it on and score a goal. That's what we have to remember about Miami. Reguilon is off. He got cooked by Cavan Sullivan today.
Oh, okay. So bringing Noah Allen. I think Noah Allen's better than Sergio Reguilon. So we'll see what he does.
Yeah. Definitely better attacking wise. It's weird. The fall off that Reguilon has, ex-Real Madrid left back, Madrid and Tottenham.
I know, man. I know those injuries plagued him. And, Noah Allen, that was probably his weakest ability was crossing the ball in the attack. But he's gotten better at it recently, and he's always been a solid defender. He just hasn't been he's not been that good in the attack, but he's gotten much better. And honestly, he should be starting. I have no idea why he didn't start this game. All right, they're trying to play fast. So it's going to be a foul on the Union. It's going to be a free kick is it a free kick, I think, for the Miami, or did it just got to bounce? Reguilon will end up at Atlanta United eventually. Miami has been on their back foot since the start of the half. Me and Pete were talking about this. I don't think Miami's looked good most of this game. They've just been fortunate to capitalize on their opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
They've not been anything special. The Union have looked like the better team the entire game to me. Bad giveaway by Yannick Bright. Horrible game for him. Orlovsky, bad touch. Suarez looking for Messi.
Honestly,
that's a good pass.
At this point, take off Orlovsky and bring on Jakupovic.
Yeah. I think so. I think they need to make some more subs. I think they've only subbed in Quinn Sullivan so far.
Yeah.
Yannick Bright. Yeah, I think this. God, they just keep turning the ball over. I'd love to see how many times Miami's turned the ball over tonight. That's another guy. I swear, man. When I see them on the ball, there's been so many players that have been quiet. Like, have you noticed Casemiro at all tonight?
No.
Yeah,
no.
You forget he's even on the pitch.
Yeah. Crazy that he was starting for Brazil.
I know. I don't know if anyone said this, but Philly Union and Barca have some parallels. Both teams have great young winger and great young center backs and a terrible striker. That's pretty much where it ends, though. That's pretty much where the comparisons end.
Yeah.
And honestly, me and Pete have been talking about this, but Cavan's been playing more centrally. I don't even say he's not even playing on the wing. He's been tucking more underneath and playing more in the middle, more as like a, I don't know, more like a 10.
Oh, he's got a very free role. He can drift wide, pick up the ball. He can come central.
All right, see what Pinter can do. Pinter on the ball. And Noah Allen wide left. Missed him. Noah Allen plays it out to Casemiro. Messi chopped down. It's going to be a free kick in danger spot. It's going to be a foul on Kai Wagner. That's a dangerous spot. Let's see the replay on this. Yeah, that's definitely a foul. I am surprised he probably didn't get a yellow for that also. I don't think he got the ball at all. Miami can always have like a 0.5 XG and 3 goals. Flop. Wagner needs to watch himself. Free kick goal loading. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, Messi hit the wall earlier. I think he had a free kick maybe when you're in the bathroom. I can't remember, but he hit the wall earlier on his first free kick attempt. All right, let's see what he can do. '77th minute, 2-2. Union and Miami tied. All right, Messi take the free kick. Hits the wall again. Noah Allen. Oh. Cleared away. Can Sullivan get to it? Can he beat Falcone? Sullivan called for the foul on Falcone. Hey, if you don't mind, real quick, I drink a lot of water myself. I'm gonna take like a 60-second bathroom break because I'm like,
go for it. Go for it.
I'll be back in like 60 seconds.
Go for it. Go for it. All right, Lasky. He finds Vasilev. Oh no, it's Quinn. Cavan, go! Oh, I thought for sure that was a goal by Cavan Sullivan. I thought for sure that was a goal, Cavan. Just as Will steps away. This is great play here. It's Lasky. He slips in Cavan, and Cavan drags it wide. He kind of mishits it. He's a little off balance, and he's got too much curl on it. It's just wide. Just wide by Cavan. Got to finish that. He's got to score that. Long ball. It's in behind. I mean, look, Cavan's 16, guys. He doesn't score a lot of goals, but give him time. Give him time. He's 16.
Did I miss anything?
Yeah, Cavan should have scored 1v1 with the keeper, and he dragged it wide.
Oof.
But yeah, it's been all Philly. It's been all Philly.
Let's see. Love Messi, but hate Miami. Oh,
I don't know. I'm not as high on Messi. I mean, he's the GOAT, right, of all time. But after this World Cup, just some of his actions, especially in that final, to me, were really like trying to get Cucurella sent off for doing nothing was such bitch-ass behavior to me.
you talking about the hand on the face?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The guy literally went like this, and he's like trying to get him sent off. It was so weird.
That was because I think the only I there might have been more, but the only one I can remember is Almiron. He's the only one that got the red card for that, right? Or was there more than one?
No, Almiron didn't get the red card. Almiron wasn't in the World Cup.
No, he for Paraguay, he got the red card for covering his mouth.
Oh, for Paraguay. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought not
Is
for
he the only one?
Argentina. He was the only one who got that, yeah. Nobody else did it after that.
Oh, Neil Pierre on Messi.
Oh,
Messi
my
stays
God.
up.
Get up, Neil. Stay with him.
Messi cross. Oh,
Oh,
Ashala
Yeah.
can get to it. Man, Neil Pierre, very impressive.
yeah,
God,
that was very good.
He looks so big next to Messi. By the way, he is 20 years younger than Messi.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? 20 years younger than Messi.
21 years.
21 years. Yeah, you're right. 21 years younger than Messi.
You've got another spam guy in the chat, Mr. Jelab Sheraf
Yep.
Edim.
See you, buddy.
Go-
Looks like I cannot believe Alejandro Bedoya is still playing soccer. I cannot believe he's still playing. And it's not even
It's crazy.
him and Messi are the same age, but he hasn't been good in years.
No, he hasn't. But it's Philly, right? They're like, oh, but he's a good guy. It's like there's no pressure. He's probably on minimum wage. I mean, like minimum salary hit.
You would hope so, right?
I would hope so because he hasn't done anything for them. Just
I mean,
put him on the coaching staff. If you think he's a good locker room guy, put him on the coaching staff.
I'm actually curious now. I want to see what he makes. I think he does make. He probably. Okay, yeah, he's making vet minimum. If he was making anything more than that, that would be ridiculous.
What does he make?
113,000.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Messi,
like a minimum
Messi.
cap hit. Oh,
Harriel and Messi. Oh, good defending by Harriel. Flag got raised though, offside. That was good defending by Harriel though. Bedoya looks like he's carrying a few extra pounds. I heard he came on. I didn't see him. I haven't seen him on the pitch yet or when he came on. Does he look rough? Does he look like an assistant coach at this point?
I mean, he's looked like that for a long time. Last 2 seasons, I feel like.
I honestly don't feel like he's been good since like 2014 or 15.
Yeah. I mean, Bedoya was also never that good of a player, right?
No. He wasn't. He was just all we had at the time, right? Because I'm pretty sure he started every game in Brazil for us, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. He was like, him and Graham Zusi and, guys like that. That was like, eh.
Oh, nice pass to Sullivan. Sullivan with the cross. Oh, my God. That was a golden opportunity. Oh, my God. He just missed it, man.
Oh Neil Pierre?
No. Who was that?
Alado.
Yeah. That was like a hair, dude. That was a beautiful cross, though. Beautiful pass.
Yeah, that was close.
I mean, look at that. Oh, I think he just mistimed it. That's what it was.
Yeah. It was a nice little chip pass.
Hey,
Will, I'm going to get going. I got some shit to do. So good luck with the rest of this. And guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe if you haven't already done so. And we'll do another collab soon.
I appreciate it, Pete. Thank you so much for stopping by, man. Make sure you guys go check him out at 11 Yanks. Appreciate it, man. Have a good night. Yeah, that was a beautiful pass by Cavan Sullivan. That was beautiful. I'm surprised that he wasn't able to finish that. That was a beautiful chance there, man. Sullivan, that was a beautiful pass. You got to finish that. Dane Sinclair boots it deep. 85th minute, 2-2. We'll see what happens. Cavan deserves better. If Cavan played for a better team, I can only imagine what. Okay, Westwood just got bodied by Pinter. If Cavan played for a better team, I can only imagine what more production he would have, goal and assist wise. I mean, this is a pretty bare bone team for the Union. I'm gonna have to do a report on Neil Pierre. You're gonna have to. Yeah, he's too promising. He's way too promising. All right, let's see what happens. 85th minute. Let's see if the Union can pull one back and take the lead. The Union have all the momentum right now. Foul called on the Union's going to be a free kick for Inter Miami. Let's see. We're at 134 likes, guys. 16 away. You heard Pete. Hit the like button if you haven't already. We're 16 away from 150. So close. Oh, nice turn there, but fouled by Maxi Falcone. Oh, no call. Alosky with a 2-hand shove on Maxi Falcone. It's getting a little chippy here. And we are still, let's see, we are 630 away from 15K. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Got big content on the way if you guys haven't already. More than half of you guys watching right now, more than half the people watching our videos are not subscribers to the channel. Make sure you guys are subscribed. It helps the channel. It helps us grow. And there's great content on the way for you guys. So make sure you guys are already subscribed and you hit the little bell notification so you don't miss any of our videos. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna have to ban this guy. Sullivan looks like what Gio was supposed to be. Well, that's a little too early for that. Do you think Philly should name Richter as the permanent head coach? I mean, maybe. I don't see who else they're going to hire who would be better than what he's doing right now. So maybe yes, you should. Pierre at 18 is better than every Miami defender. Yeah, the only one that would be close is Caicedo, but I think he's way better than him too. Oh, good pass to Sullivan. Sullivan fouled. Free kick for the Union. 87th minute. 2-2. Cavan is going to Manchester City when he's 18 years old. That is true. He is going to go to Manchester City at 18 years old. He is. Now, is he going to play for Manchester City? That's a whole different question. I'm not sure. All right, so free kick in a dangerous position for the Philadelphia Union. Let's see what they can do. All right, let's see what Kai Vonner can do on the free kick. Looking for Bedoya. Can't get a head on it. Oh, Ashala. Oh, Sullivan. Good tackle by Ashala, though, on Sullivan. Out of bounds. Going to be a throw-in for the Union. Will, what's your thoughts on the fouls being soft in MLS? I really liked how they let him play in the World Cup. Yeah, I think that it should be a little more physical. Messi, good pass outside the Pinter. I mean, I like it a little bit more physical. You know, I don't want it to be too soft, but, you know, you don't want guys getting chopped down either. Noah Allen lays it off to Suarez. Back to Noah Allen. Crosses it. Guess what? No one's there. Common theme tonight on crosses. Sullivan tries to do a turn. Loses possession, though. Yannick Bright's got the ball. Neil Pierre's down right now holding his head. God, dude, Neil Pierre's a freaking mountain, dude. I swear. What were they feeding this kid? Miami is missing RDP. I don't know if that would have made much of a difference tonight, honestly. I don't know. I mean, Miami's been pretty rough the last two games. They've looked very, very flawed. And what, you know, a lot of people have said they're too dependent on Messi. Too dependent on Messi. Toronto have tied it. What are the scores of the other games, real quick? Because we got an injury break right now on Pierre. Probably end up having like 5 or 6 minutes of added time. Oh, so Pierre just mishit on the header. He just mishit the ball and hurt his head. Yeah, so he just mishit it with his head. All right, Toronto and Charlotte, banger, 3-3. Very good game tonight with them. New England's beating the DC 3-0. Montreal's beating Columbus. Chicago's beating Orlando. Minimum of 9 minutes of added time. Holy shit. Probably end up being more, right? $323 in the chat. Like and subscribe. Appreciate you, Mr. Good man. Good man. Yeah, I think we're like 8 likes away from 150. Yeah, 8 likes away from 150. So close to 8 to 150, and I think we're like 620 subs away from 15,000 now. See if Miami's got one in them. Casemiro tries to cross it. No one's there. Looked like it was Neil Pierre that headed it away. Pinter plays it out to Bright. Bright plays it out wide for Ian Frey. Ian Frey looking for Suarez. Weak pass cleared away by the Union. It's going to be a throw in for Inter Miami. DC United are just disappointing, but I don't care. Let's see what San Diego do against the Hot Timbers. Yeah, we'll see what they do against the Timbers. They have been looking good. The Timbers look really good since the World Cup break. Very good. Allen, cross deflected. I'm not gonna lie, that Miami jersey is nice. It looks pretty good. I like this page. I appreciate that. Just focus to the game. I have I not been focusing on the game? There's about 6.5 minutes left of added time. It's 2-2. The Union have had all the momentum in the second half. Honestly, they've had all the momentum in the whole entire game. Heavy legs for both teams, I'd say, at this point. Cavan Sullivan's calling for the ball wide right. I don't think they see him. If the Union had just average finishing, they probably would have won this game. Probably. Bedoya heads it. Allen heads it away, but they're able to keep possession. Oh, Quinn Sullivan's got the ball. That's a good matchup, Noah Allen and Cavan Sullivan. Oh, Suarez just gets bodied, got sandwiched. I would love to see a heat map of Cavan Sullivan tonight. He's been everywhere. He's been absolutely everywhere tonight for the Union. Man of the match, Neil Pierre for me. I would say it's hard not to. He's been involved on both goals, right? Or he should have been involved on the third goal, but it was disallowed. But yeah, he's been good. Cavan's been good too, though. I can't lie. Cavan Sullivan has been very good, but Neil Pierre, special. The fact that Timbers have been in MLS for more than 20 years and still hasn't created an academy to play young Americans just want to make me slap in their face. No, I definitely think that's not. Do they not have an academy? Oh shit! Yellow. Alado gets a yellow. Surprised it wasn't a red. Elbow to the face. Falcone's pleading for a red. He said he got elbowed in the face. What's the replay on this? No, stop. Stop it. That's weak. Stop it. Stop it. That was not. Come on. That was soft. Let's be real here. That was soft. That was soft. Come on. I think he barely grazed him. I think that was weak. Personally, I think that was weak. Bring in the Bosnian American kid. Inter Miami needs Mabokazi, the South African center back, the guy from the Chicago Fire. I'm glad Cavan is playing on grass. Hope he stays healthy. I think he'll stay healthy. Sullivan, beautiful pass. Wagner tries to cross it, gets deflected though. About 3 minutes left. Orlovsky heads it, goes into Dane St. Clair's arms. Here's another thing we haven't even talked about tonight. Do we think that Dane St. Clair has done anything to win this job away from Rocco? Do you think that he's been better than him, honestly? I mean, I feel like we're kind of talking about the battle of mid when we're talking about Dane St. Clair and Rocco Rios Novo. I don't really see any type of difference in performance. Nothing that's like, oh, man, he's got to start over Rocco, but not necessarily anything that makes me think, oh, Rocco's got to get his job back. Like, literally, both of these guys have just been very, very subpar. Nashville won the last. I saw that they got like a last minute goal, so now they're at 46 points, I think. I'll call it now. Neil Pierre to Eintracht Frankfurt from the Bundesliga. 50th anniversary of the Timbers. I gotta get me the anniversary kit. That's sick. Ustari was better than both of them. Bring Emiliano Martinez. It looks like Ruiz is coming on. Miami's goalkeeping situation is grim either way. A plotted plant would have been done better than. And keep in mind, I was saying they should have signed Vizinha, and I was told I was crazy. They could have got a goalkeeper who was good. It doesn't matter if they were playing a low block in the World Cup or not. Cape Verde. He's better than Rocco. He's better than Dane St. Clair, and he costs less money. They could have got Vizinha for $300,000 annually. He's better than both of these guys. And even if he's not, $300K is not a bad cost for a swing to see if he is better. Totally worth the risk. They should have signed Vizinha. I think they should sign Vizinha. I think that's a huge miss from Inter Miami not to sign him. And he wanted to come here, by the way. He wanted to come here. So I think that's a huge miss by Inter Miami not to sign him. Huge miss. All right, 30 seconds left. It's still 2-2. Westwood to Sullivan. Last chance probably for the Union. Plays it out wide, looking for Wagner. Wagner's got the ball, wide left. Wagner crosses it. Oh, my God, into the stands. Not able to save it. Bedoya, there was no way he was getting to that. There might be an extra minute or so. I mean, ideally need a sweeper keeper. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Vizinha would be making more in MLS. Maybe, I mean, Colo Colo, he's only making $300K at Colo Colo. They could have, I mean, even if they paid him $500K, that would have been a bargain. Oh, cleared away. Is that a Shala? No, Casemiro cleared it away. I'd say there's probably maybe 40 seconds left in this game. Well, because Neil Pierre had a head injury and they stopped it. Messi with the ball, bad pass, looking for Yannick Bright. Neil Pierre with a good defending there to take the ball away from Yannick Bright. Looking for Orlovsky, but not able to get on the other end of that. Told you Owusu Adoro would be the guy. Could they get him though? All right. Maybe last chance for Miami. Laser to the top for Yannick Bright. Yannick Bright is literally ineffective in the final third, so I don't know what that would have done. It's going to be a throw in for the Union. I thought this game would have ended by now. I thought maybe an extra minute with the Neil Pierre injury. I don't know. We'll see how much longer they keep playing. Last chance probably for the Union. Wagner. Good layoff back to Wagner. Wagner. Quinn Sullivan. Oh, my guy's chopped down. No call, though. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Quinn Sullivan and Ian Frey going for it. Oh, my God. Okay, it's getting crazy now. It's getting... Oh. Yannick Bright just took a swing at Cavan Sullivan. Did you see that? Hey. Yo. Yannick Bright just took a swing at Cavan Sullivan. He just punched him in the face. Okay, first of all, Quinn Sullivan did body slam. He did body slam. He body slammed Ian Frey. But dude, he just punched a minor. Yannick Bright just punched a kid. The kid's 16 years old. He just punched him. He literally just punched him. Yo, what the hell is Ian Frey trying to get him to go underneath the bridge, dude? What is he doing? Bro. That is crazy. I gotta record this. That's crazy. That is crazy. Hold on. I gotta record this. This is crazy. Oh my God. That's crazy. Let's see. Hold on. I cannot believe he just punched. Cavan Sullivan. What the hell is going on? Oh my God, dude. I cannot believe he just punched a minor. What the hell is going on? That has to be a red card on Cavan or on Yannick Bright. That has to be a red card. Oh my God. Dude, he just punched a minor. That's insane. Yannick Bright has to get a red card for that. Is he get a red card on this? I don't think that was David Ruiz. I think that was. I'm pretty sure that was Yannick Bright. That was Yannick Bright for sure. Let me see if I can go back to it. Yeah, that was Yannick Bright. That was 100% Yannick Bright. Even though they do look a lot alike, that was definitely Yannick Bright. Okay, yeah, he got a red card. I was gonna say he had to get a red card for that. He punched a kid. Cavan Sullivan got a red card. What the hell did he do? What the hell did he do? Dude, this is a crazy ending. Wow. Absolutely insane. Quinn Sullivan might have threw a punch. I don't even know, man. Who knows anymore? It's gotten so crazy the last few minutes. Who knows? Absolute disarray right there. But it was just because Ian Frey was trying to make Quinn Sullivan go through the bridge, man, like under his leg bridge here. You know, like what the hell's going on? I mean, he pushed him off of him. I don't think that Cavan punched. I don't think he punched Yannick Bright. Cavan did stuff too. He did. I mean, but I don't think he didn't punch him. They have to they appeal that red on Cavan. I just don't see what he did. I didn't see him throw a punch at all. Checking for other red cards. Dude, guys, I just want to point this out. This game was supposed to end 6 minutes ago. It was on the verge of ending before the Ian Frey bridge gate where he had him go. Quinn Sullivan tried to get him to go underneath his legs and started a body slam by Quinn Sullivan. And then after that, it's been a complete shit show. And now there was a brawl, and now there's 2 red cards, and there might be a 3rd red card. I don't know. But they're showing the replay right now. He's like grabbing his head and trying to get him to go under the bridge, and then Quinn Sullivan body slams him. What a shit show. Okay, yeah, so that's the final whistle. It's 2-2, Inter Miami and the Union draw after 105 minutes of, I mean, up and down play for Inter Miami for sure, but they're great moments for the Union. Pretty entertaining game. We were very thankful for our friend Pete from 11 Yanks for joining us. I guess that's a fitting way to end the game compared to like how both teams played. kind of chaotic. But Union get another point, and Inter Miami still look to struggle 2 games. Like they lost to lost to Nashville 4-1, and they draw with the Union 2-2. Not a great road trip for Inter Miami. Appreciate everyone who stopped by with us tonight. 160 likes on the stream. Guys, make sure you hit the like button on the way out, and make sure you hit the subscribe button, more importantly, on the way out. We are 620 subscribers away now from 15,000, and we're trying to hit that number. All we ask for you guys is to please make sure you hit the subscribe button on the way out and little bell notification so you guys don't miss any of our videos. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. I hope you guys had a great time with us. And until next time, guys, I will see you all soon.